We're ready to go. The timer might have 10 minutes, like 5 minutes left on it. I've got the wrong light on. Let me sort that out. We're not ready to go. We've got the wrong light on. We was just vibing. Oh, that's better. How are we doing? Colin, welcome in. I am doing good, thank you. It's time to finish season 1 of Scunthorpe today. In the Premier League, not in general. We are good to go. And right now, we could still finish above Liverpool. Liverpool are in 13th. Have they sacked Scaloni yet? No, Scaloni is still somehow in charge. Let's just get right into it. This is where we stand. Premier League. We just drew 1-1 with Man City. So, we played 30 games, 8 wins, 8 draws, 14 defeats. Not bad for our first season in the Premier League. And yeah, we're 15th in the league right now. We're behind Wolves by a point. We could have gone above them if we'd beaten City, but it's not the aim. It's not like the aim isn't like right up here right now. The aim is just making certain we're not in these 3 spots right here. We're 6 points clear of Forest. Bristol City win it. We're 5 points clear of the drop. I don't care about that. That's fine. Again, Norton, I do not care about that. You don't give me like 6 links, like 6 notifications. I'll look at them in my own time. The magic 40, that is what we're going for. Dracus wants, that is not 15 million. It's in excess of 10, but we're also paying 9 grand a week of his wages, so let's leave it. We'll wait till the summer to sell him. He wants to leave. We've got the time to wait to sell him. Dominguez gets himself a nice little wage rise. Good for him. He's actually been doing well for us in that centre mid attack role. Good championship player. His recent form apparently has not been the best, but he's been basically a sub player for us all season. But Chukwuemeka is still out. Sinclair needs a rest. We've got Chelsea in 3 days. Now, our run into the season's not great. Like Crystal Palace away, it's a must win. Southampton at home. Like these two, they're 2 games that could be winnable, but not necessarily what we need to fight for. Palace away, Forest away, they're the 2 games that we need to win. They're the 2 games we need to win. Any other result is a bit of a bonus. We're hoping, realistically, the results of the teams in the bottom 3, and Brentford really, don't go against us to the point where we're having to get wins against the big boys. That is what we're kind of hoping for. Right, let's scout you. Scout you for a week. Just see what you're like potential-wise. We picked up a couple of good potential players last season off that scouting. So, like there. Brighton are beating Leicester, doesn't affect us. Newcastle Villa doesn't affect us. Spurs are looking like they're going to win the league. That's a little bit annoying. But, you know, there's not much we can control about that. You're 4.5 star potential. And, you do look quite good. That 9 passing is the thing that's dropping his thing. He hasn't got a goal this season for Roma. He's wanted by Brighton. See, that's the kind of player we're looking to sign. Andrea Casanato, again. Now, he looks very, very good for what we want. And at that cheap, would you want to join us? Milan managed by Thomas Tuchel. Would you be interested in signing for us? A loan move for him would be quite nice. Squad player. That is a little bit annoying. It's 150k a month. Okay, I wouldn't want that. Is his contract expiring? No, it expires in 2033. Maybe he's one to come back to. But Spurs are beating Liverpool, so, you know. But yeah, the magic 40 points would be great. Leeds went down on 40 points last season. So, magic 40 points isn't necessarily a guarantee. But we have to hope that we can get there. that is the aim. If we can get somewhere near there, then why not? Chelsea are obviously the favourites. Let's make no mistake about that. Chelsea are favourites for this game. How did we do against Chelsea in the league earlier in the season? That is something to maybe have a look at, and I can't be asked to scroll up, so we'll just do this. We lost... we drew 1-1 at Stamford Bridge. That's right. We drew 1-1 at the Bridge. So we're actually unbeaten at Stamford Bridge. We've not actually picked up a result at home, but we were in the National League and League 2. So... Chelsea at home, it's going to be Salguero getting injured for 3 to 4 weeks is not what we need at this stage of the season. Not what we need at this stage of the season. You're okay, but not great. We need... Basically, now we need to look towards next season. If we survive, let's look at the budgets. If we go down, let's look at the budgets. Let's see where we are at. Like, today... There. I mean, Graham, you're the bloody legend. How are you doing? Hope everybody's weekend's been good. Like... It was yesterday, we streamed yesterday morning, but obviously weekends have happened. I spent myself a nice 10-hour day at work today, but I wanted to finish the season, so we're going for it, right? I mean, Sinclair is absolutely knackered, so Bjarnson is coming in. Full of, I mean, lovely. I mean, I couldn't think of anything better. Dominguez in instead of Chukwuemeka. We'll bring Adriano onto the bench. Salguero is actually there, so having Thingy would have been nice. We'll bring... Do you know what? Esposito can get a game on the bench. Why not? Avila is still not fully match fit. He probably would need some under 21 minutes if we actually, you know, was doing this properly and had a decent backup right back. But, like... We are very much like a good championship side. We're probably like up lower mid-table, like lower top half championship side. Trying to survive in the Premier League and build. But like we've got some good Premier League players in there that are 4-star. Now, in my network game, a good Premier League player is a 2.5-star player. Like for my Chelsea team. Yeah? So we're looking at like the level of player that we want to be to get to that world-class level. We've still got a long way to go. Like, we've still got a long way to go. But, I mean, a goal from this free kick would be nice. It's over the bar by Dominguez. Hello, Woida. How are you? Ohio. Interesting. Right. Chelsea have a corner. Yeremy Pino's on it. It's played short. The shot from the edge of the box by Nkunku has gone in, and we are behind. Emotional damage. One thing I do need to do is put an extra player. I need to edit my set pieces to put that man on marking the edge of the area. Because we're all in the box, so that leaves him wide open and free. Which is not good news for us. Hi, Chuck. Hope you're doing well. How are we doing? Good luck with the games. Thank you. McTominay on the yellow card is not great. The guy that I signed to be a backup for in January did spend 23 million on him. But he looks pretty darn good. Like, Chelsea have scored. You're alright, just woke up. Have you had a nap or something? What is it? Yeah, have you had a nap? It's been a very boring first half. But, yeah, the players, we haven't really performed to the level we need to. Like, this is where we're at. Like, if we're being real with ourselves, as our keeper should probably save that. As it is onside as well. The players that we've got, that we're going to be real here. These should be third choice options in most, like when we get towards the top of the league. As Enzo looks for Yeremy Pino at the back. Pippa heads away. We are 2-0 down at home to Chelsea, and it could have easily been 3-0. We are not playing well, and you know what? Our front three are having absolute stinkers. We're going to bring Drakus on. We're going to move Plemain out to the left, and we're going to put Lancashire on up top. But yeah, like Plemain and like Lefebvre are probably like the only two players that realistically should be starting in a Premier League side that will do anything. Pippa Avila is absolutely knackered. We should bring Jorgen on. So he doesn't get injured again. But yeah. Like, all of a sudden now, we're seeming to pick things up. Bait. Into Bjarnson. Back to Tobias, who... I'm still annoyed we lost Luca Philip to his release clause. Realistically. But... there's not much we can do. Luca Philip was actually a decent goalkeeper for us. But we move. McTominay. In the summer, the idea is in the summer, the first thing we do is we get, is we sign Sass's new gen. Because he's requested to leave, and I want to sign his new gen because he looks incredible. And he will be an unbelievable player for us. As Dracus, and Will Lankshire's in behind. Can we get a goal back? Oh, we can get a goal back. Well, there's a positive. Right, Bate and McTominay are on not very good. So what we're going to do is we're going to bring Quan, and we're going to bring... so Quan comes here, and we're going to bring Florian Fick on. Florian Fick is actually better than McTominay for us now. Well, that next season is going to be great, because he's also, like, 29. So that gives us, like, purpose, I suppose. Like, a way to move. The two substitute attackers doing the business for us. And it's backstick towards Bjarnason, headed away. Can we come back from 2-0 down here? John... into Bjarnason. Can we find the pass? He can into John. And Plemain's down the left-hand side. And he's found Will Lankshire. And Will Lankshire has found us an equaliser. And it's 2 in like 4 minutes. And all of a sudden, we're level in the game. And Chelsea have fallen asleep. And we do not care one bit about that. But now, obviously, they're going to score because we've got back to level terms. There is the guy at the back stick. Is he off? Is he onside? Yes, he is. And what did I say? First highlight after we've got level, we've conceded. Seven added minutes. I'm not going to be able to shout, and I clicked demand more instead of encourage. So, you know what? That's a little bit disappointing that we got 2 in 3 minutes and then folded in the next highlight afterwards. It would have been nice to win, but you know what? We can't really complain too much. It is Chelsea at home after all. Like... Lankshire did well off the bench. He got himself a brace. Man City's unbeaten away. We're on. Good for them. I don't want to comment. We lost. But this is the big game. Like, Will Lankshire probably will start on that. I probably will start Dracus and Lankshire in the next game. Their performances off the bench did good, like did well enough for me to actually go, do you know what? I'm going to give you a game. See if they can do anything. EFL trophy has been won by Oxford. Good for them. Like, these are all right. I feel like we need to start looking for 4-star players. Maybe this guy, like at 17, we can kind of actually like let him... Like there, like, and this guy at 18, like, if they're good enough, like, bringing them in now and getting them playing, like, especially the guy at 17, because he will become homegrown club. And if he's cheap, bringing him into the Premier League, he will probably want to leave. We might not be able to sign him purely because of our thing. Crystal Palace winning has moved them off the bottom. Which is not good when we play them, like, next weekend, that they've got a win and a confidence booster. But, like, some of these guys, like, even this guy, like, he's, what, 19? He's 19, he's very, very good. Oh, he's pretty darn good. See, this is what we need to start doing. Signing these guys are like 2 to 3 million. Like, this South America scouting thing is now starting to bring us some decent potential players. Like this guy as well. Like, he could come in and be like a... He probably would be a backup to Lewis Bate given star rating. But like, that... I mean, that passing vision and technique... Oh... 50, like, he has all the hallmarks of an unbelievable... The only thing is he's pretty much at full potential. We're looking for players now that if we're getting them from abroad, like, he's playing at Porto, has a release clause of 40 million, we're not signing him. Same with this guy. He's not going to really leave. But this guy, good, like, 6'1", 11 jumping reach is a little bit annoying. But, like, Victor Jorgensen, he has no, like... They don't have any sort of interest. Like, this guy's interested because he's a decent League One player. That's why. Like, This is our issue that's going to be, is our reputation is not necessarily the best right now. To the point where players from abroad aren't necessarily going to want us to there. But if they're doubtful, we're going to give them the... If they're doubtful, Brentford have won as well, which is not good news. Which makes this Palace game right now a must win. His determination is now 1. Rip. He was only 1.5 star anyway. So, Florian Fick. Oh, that's not good news. But yeah, like, Bristol City losing to West Ham here will be useful for us. That's a decent result for us. Like, all we need is, like, these players, like, he's not going to really get anywhere. He's not going to get us anywhere. He's not going to get us anywhere. He's not going to get us anywhere. None of these players are going to get us anywhere. Luca Prada might be the only one at 4-star potential, but even then, that's like 2.5 star for, like... By the time they start to improve and develop, they're not really going to do us anything now. Fandinho's now got his intensive language course. Fisher being out injured kind of then forces me to want to play Drakus, Plemain out wide, and Lancashire up top. In a must-win game, like, the home games are also probably must-winnable. What did it say about, how much a win would mean? There we go. That's what we wanted to hear. Look at that. Parker's back in full training. Chukwuemeka being back is good news. Chukwuemeka being back is very good news for us. We're gonna praise all the training and everything like that before the game. Get everybody fired up. Look at this now. We're just gonna get right in. Plemain, look at you. 9.35. Love that from you. Chukwuemeka. Look at Chukwuemeka is still improving. Like, it says he's still got that ½ star to go. And he's like a good he's a decent Premier League player. So he's probably like, that's based on like our coaches. Like the star ratings don't necessarily mean as much as you would think, but they do kind of help with where we're sort of at. We're going to place everybody above a 7. And then we're going to criticize anything below 7. For me, like, Famir Castillo is like there. Esposito's going to probably go this season. We've signed him now to annoy Chuck. Like, if we can sell him and make money, then we're going to. Like, a lot of the window is going to be very much based on how quickly we can get rid of some of these deadwood players, and get players in instead that are going to actually, like how much of these players are like how many players we can actually sign, like, because financially we're going to have to offer them more money. Like, we're not going to be able to pay them the same wages as what some of these players are on. And we're going to have to, like... The UEFA Conference League has gone to the league because Spurs have qualified for the Champions League after winning away at Man City. Spurs are winning the league. There's nothing we can do about that. Lancashire starts up front. We're going to actually start Drakus. Even though he's requested to leave, we're going to actually give him the start. Because he might actually want to look to play himself into the shop window. Which is kind of what we would want in a way. Right, Pepper's going to start. Like, we're going to start as strongly as we can, and then bring players off the bench if we need to. But yeah, like, Palace are in 19th. They're there. We've not won in our last 4 in the league. Like, this is a game where, if you want to show how good, like, we're capable of staying up, this is the kind of game to win. This is the kind of game to win. Fuertes. Because if Palace are going down, getting some of these new gen scouted from them, like, even if they're not, like, he's still like a 3.5 star with 4.5 potential. So, like, he's someone to potentially have a look at. Flavinho, give him a scout. Like, Like, these are sort of the players that we need to look at as well, potentially. Players that are going to be getting relegated but have decent potential that we can then bring in. Conceding from here would not be great, but Tobias can comfortably watch that over his crossbar. Probably a little bit more there. Spurs are what, 12 clear with 6 to play? Yeah, Spurs have won the league. Spurs would have to drop points in like 5 games to not win the league from their remaining 6. McTominay into Drakus. He's back inside and he gets that deflected goal that we know and love so much. Cutting in off of that right hand side. McTominay back into him. Takes one touch away from the defender and it's deflected in past McKenna. And we lead at Crystal Palace, which is such a huge, huge goal. It will move us above Liverpool in the league as well, which is crazy. Right, we've won that back. Chukwuemeka, he needs a little bit of support, but he's drove past his man. Uses Drakus now. Back into Carney Chukwuemeka. That's a lovely ball. Plemaine has picked it up. Lewis Bate, back in. Johan Plemaine, Will Lancashire. He looked offside. He looked offside and is offside.
Lino! You've got to fucking see that!
That is offside, unfortunately, Will, but he nearly added to his goal scoring tally, which would have been quite nice. But even like Will Lancashire will be looking to be improved. The Leicester play later against Brentford. That's a big one for us. Wolves play later against Brighton, who are chasing Europe. Like, there is more to come from this season. Games where teams down the bottom play each other is kind of big for us. Conceding there is not good news.
Emotional damage.
That is not what we needed. Scoring straight away though would be even more. That would be even nicer. Bate, Plemaine, find the pass. McTominay in towards Chukwuemeka and Plemaine fires over. Oh wait, Penref. Penref. He's gotten to the monitor. He comes back out. Is he pointing to the spot? No, he's not. No, he's not.
Oh, fuck. I can't believe you've done this.
Can't believe you got my hopes up, referee, for nothing. It was never a penalty. Let's be real. It was never a pen, but one can hope. Pippa, back into McTominay. He's a bit of space in the penalty area. Hits the post, but it falls kindly to Carney Chukwuemeka. And we lead at Selhurst Park again. That's a big goal. Arsenal are losing at home to Forest. That is not good news. But winning here still keeps us 5 clear of the drop. I know you're capable of even better, lads. I've just told them they've not been good enough. I'm surprised I didn't make them massively upset by that. We're not going to shout anything just yet. I'm not going to shout anything just yet. I don't know why we've just dropped below Wolves, because Wolves aren't playing right now. We're going to demand a little bit more now. They're not happy by that. Right. Marco John on a 6.6. We'll bring Famia Castillo on. Again, Pippa is still not gaining that sharpness, so we're still going to manage his minutes a little bit. And Lancashire's not had the best of games. We're going to bring Dobbin on and move him out wide and put Plemaine back in the middle. Give ourselves maybe some attacking edge. We stay streaking on a 3-stream streak, Chuck. Appreciate it. Chucks is knackered, so it's Dominguez time. He's pleased right now. And then we're going to bring Quan on for Lewis Bate, who has been playing well, but we need that bit of a fresh legs in midfield, hopefully. No, we're not going to take Jorgen off, despite the fact he's picked up a knock. We're going to be more disciplined and start to run the clock down, possibly a little bit early, and hopefully it doesn't come back to bite us. We're going to praise. Come on, lads, we're playing well. We're 2-1 up. There's a highlight. Dominguez, he plays it short. Dobbin's free on the edge of the box, and Lewis Dobbin has surely settled the 3 points. One sub to another. It's taken a deflection off of Exposito, but the keeper probably should save it. Everton are beating Bournemouth. That's good news for us if we want to try and move up the league a little bit. But most importantly, we got the 3 points, which keeps us in the hopes of survival. Bear in mind, at the start of the season, I think we probably still are predicted 20th. The finish line is clear. We are on to 35 points. 5 more is the magic 40-point mark. Jorgen is out for a day. That's fine. We're not going to rest him. Scott McTominay with 2 assists. Good for him. But yeah, if we look at the season preview, does it say, yeah, we're still rock bottom. We're still predicted to finish rock bottom of the league. So, yeah. They want me to play Adriano as my main striker, which is interesting. He's got I did not realize he's got 16 jump and reach and decent physicals. Like, he's got 5-star potential. He's just, like, his contract does expire. He might be somebody, if we could get him as a squad player, potentially. Like, maybe we bring back in, but I like Greg Dominguez right now. So that is where I'm at. Arsenal losing to Forest doesn't help us. But 9 wins now, 35 points. Wolves are up. Wolves are beating Brighton. Okay, I think Wolves are safe now. The 9 points cleared the relegation zone with 6 to play. I think Liverpool could still technically get relegated, which is crazy. Like, Liverpool could still get relegated. Liverpool in the Championship would be a fun save, and probably something I would do off stream. But Liverpool need to beat Bristol City in here if they don't really want to go down. Bristol City would do their survival hopes a massive boost if they won this game. But Liverpool have won 3-0. Moves themselves back above us. Probably keeps themselves safe. Scouting finished. He's fully scouted. Oh my goodness me. He's 17. Getting him in. He has no transfer interest. Doesn't feel it'd be the right move to continue his development. That's kind of fair. He's good EFL Championship. Extremely doubtful. 2.5 mil release fee. Injury prone and inconsistent is kind of annoying, considering he's also like, heading's a dead attribute I don't really care about. Like, it is nice, but 6'5", it's only 14 jumping reach at 6'5", which is a little bit annoying. Ribeiro is an interesting one. Like, he's very fucking good. Don't get me wrong. I just don't have the money to do that. But that's the level of striker we need at some point. Even now, like, could you imagine we sign a guy like that now from, like, next out middle of nowhere? Well, you're a 4-star player for us. Where do you play? That's the thing. Where do you play? I'm thinking, like, centre mid attack would be, like, a great position for you. Like, centre mid attack would be great for you. Like, you're at basically full potential, though, but, like, he would probably give us, like, something. Like, Gassama is not, like, he's good, but again, he's not necessarily the level that we need. Like he's probably a step above the striker. He probably is, yeah, but if I'm seeing 6'5", you'd kind of hope for like 16, 17 at least. Realistically. We're not going to speak to the press about that. Southampton come to Glanford Park with the hopes that we can still build upon. Right, we can build upon that win against Palace. Avila has resumed. Oh. Didn't even realise he was injured. We lost in the Youth Cup semi-final, which is a shame. He's still jumping. He probably would do. But, like, again, still, you'd want him to tower. tower, not just jump higher, tower above others, Chuck. Who do we think's going down? No comment. I'm not getting involved in controversy in the press. We're not going to rest on our laurels because we've got a tough run. Like, we've got a very, very tough run. Like, that's the thing. Like, we are still in a relegation dogfight. Without a shadow of a doubt. Who's bidding for who? Toronto in for Kwon? No. Not yet. Spurs are beating Arsenal. It's just a matter of time before Spurs win the league. Fisher is back. Jason Fisher is now a 2-star player for us. Like, as a winger attack. Like, no, he shouldn't be. He's 3-star, well, according to that. But, like, 2.5. But, like, yeah, his potential is now dropped to the point where there's going to come a point where Jason Fisher... The only reason Jason Fisher is going to stick around in our club now is for club homegrown future, like the club homegrown factor. Are we going to go in full strength? Chukwuemeka is wanted by Palace and Villarreal. We can, like... Realistically, we can't afford to sell Chukwuemeka unless it's for like 30 to 40 million. I want you to pick up where you left off last time out. We trust you. We trust every single one of you. I do feel like I probably should have gone with the same team that just beat Palace, but we've made some changes. We've gone back to this. Drakus probably is a little bit hard done by to not get the start, really. Ahead of Lefebvre. But that is for that Drakus can come and prove himself off the bench. Southampton are chasing Europe, so this isn't going to be easy at all. There's not many games on right now either. Is it FA Cup? Maybe? I'm not certain. Marco John coming forward though, from left back. He's bombing on. Into Jason Fisher. Can we find the right pass? McTominay. Lefebvre. Oh, I mean... We said that Drakus is unfortunate maybe to not get the start, but when Lefebvre is pulling out of his back pocket, he's justified starting 10 times over. What a goal. What a finish. And again, it moves us back above Liverpool. I mean, John. Oh, referee, send him off. Welcome in, Alec. Hope you're doing well. I'm good, thank you. Hope you're doing well. I mean, them being down to 10 men now gives us a nice little hopeful thing where a goal from this corner would be great. And Sinclair has found it. It's his first of the season. Blimey. That one's been a long time coming. He gets up. Labrovic should probably save that, to be honest. But we do not care. We do not care. We can praise the lads. This is the game we needed. The momentum swings are here now. We're in 8 points clear of the relegation zone. Hopefully. Let's not get too ahead of ourselves. Now you're with Huddersfield. I hope that's going well for you. What league are you in? Let's praise. League One. Well, I hope League One goes well for you. Jason Fisher. Bait. McSauce. Fandinho. Bait. Into John. Can he find the cross? He can. Plumay. No, it's deflected. Ah, cheater.
Fancy seeing you here. I got sacked cause other clubs wanted to interview me and I didn't say no.
You didn't say no, so the club sacked you. Rip bozo. Yes, how's this save going? This save is going okay. We're currently playing what is our 6th last game of the season at home to Southampton, who are chasing Europe, and we are 2-0 up after 66 minutes. Looking like we're going to go 8 points clear of the relegation zone. How do I find youth? Depends what kind of youth you're on about, realistically. Salguero is back, so he's going to come on there. And Will Lancashire is going to come on for Plumane as well. I didn't give them a team talk. Oh, well. Anyway. I'm at Blackburn in the chat with 52 mil. Fuck me. I want that kind of money. I need that kind of money in my life. I need that kind of money in my life. Right, Batehead's on. He's on the yellow card, so we're probably going to take him off soon. Actually, we're going to take him off now. We're gonna make that change now. Quan's going to come on for you because you're on a yellow card. And Pippa, you're still not 100% sharp, so we're going to bring on Mr. Jorgen. And that's our final changes with 15 minutes to go. We're going to see this game out, hopefully. We're going to get a third in this highlight, hopefully. It's a wonderful looking ball towards Salguero, headed away. Look at the match momentum we've had the entire game. I mean, John's waited for that and has been pipped to it. But we should win that. Please. Well done, McTominay. John, into Salguero. Great first touch, Salguero! Also, rumours of a takeover. Again, I'd love a takeover. Give me a multi, like, give me state money. Give me oil money. I do not care. Give me all the money. Wolves are losing, which is even better. It doesn't really matter. We just close the gap to them. If we can somehow, like, keep going. I mean, Scott McTominay has been, again, brilliant in the midfield. Well done, lads. That's a sensational win. That's the kind of wins we need, lads. That's the kind of performances we need to there. Southampton hitting the buffers. Doesn't matter about what Southampton do. Like, all we care about is the fact that we have just gone and won. And Salguero's beaten his own team and scored against them. John with a 10. A 10 from left back. What a man. What a man. What a mighty good man. To get the best youth, there's loads of different ways. There's so many different ways. Like, one of them is just literally going onto your scouting players in range and adding media description and just searching for Wonder Kid. So then scrolling down, you have to scroll down a little bit, but then just going to like here and finding Wonder Kid. This guy's 20 years old and is one of the best young centre backs. I mean, he's pretty fucking good, actually. I don't know how you're only 3-star, like 2.5 star. Probably the 8 aggression. He's on loan from Roma. When does your contract expire at Roma? 2034. Valued at like 13.5 to 20 mil. But that's one way. Scouting like the underage national teams for like a load of different countries, that will be another good way to do it. Finding like setting up recruitment focuses that are set to like young players at certain ranges. That's all good. Like youth intakes. Best youth intakes is by improving, speaking to your board and improving your facilities and your recruitment. Like your youth facilities, your junior coaching, your youth recruitment. Which, speaking of, how are we doing money-wise? We've got 7 mil in the bank. Board. Can we increase our youth level again, please? And then networking. Finance. Personal stadium staff. Okay. So we don't really have anything. Oh, what a tune this is. Brighton have just knocked Liverpool out of the FA Cup. 96th minute from João Pedro to save their bacon. Newcastle beaten Palace, which is good news for us. Bristol City couldn't beat Bournemouth, which is good for us. All of this means that basically, with 5 games to go, we are 7 points clear of the drop. That's all that matters. That's all that matters. Just laughs at my plans. Newcastle at home after they just lost, right? They just lost, didn't they, Newcastle? No, they just beat Palace 3-0. Okay. Toronto outlined intentions for him. That's fine. Talk to us at the end of the season. Talk to us at the end of the season. That's all we need to do. That's all we need to deal with. Team of the week. Look at the players in the team of the week. Oh. Hitting form at the right time. That could be it. Youth level to be increased. Unbelievable, Jeff. Genuinely, man. Just get him playing. Keep on giving easy. Again, piss off, Toronto. Not till the end of the season. Your transfer window might be over by then. I don't care. Brentford have drawn against Liverpool. Okay, that's fine. That moves them a further point away. It means that we could actually go above Liverpool. Oh no, Liverpool, that's their game in hand. And it's Man United against Brighton in the FA Cup final. Like, that's a release clause. I'd like to sign this guy. And then find a different team to win the league. That I hope that goes well for you. That's now been moved to the 12th of May. Why? Okay, right. We're gonna have to resort our training calendars out now, aren't we? Right. So Man United's been moved to the Sunday. So we have no game here, and it's now been moved to the Tuesday. Right. Right. So this now changes just to this. That moves. No wait. This moves across. This moves across. This moves across. This moves across, and then this becomes match review, recovery, team bonding, recovery, community outreach, like that. Then this just becomes training style attack. We're not going to give them the day off. Do you think I'm an idiot sandwich? Do you know what? Actually, we're going to do this. Attack one match because it gives us what we want. Match review, team bonding there. Then set pieces come to here. Match practice, match tactics to there. Move. Then we'll make you a chance conversion training. Recovery. Then general attack in there and a recovery there. Look at now we're cooking with these. Now we're cooking with gas. Switch you two around because we always have the team. Did I click that one game? No, I clicked this one at the bottom. You silly sods. It's Everton. Oh, so that's the final week of the season. So this is just going to literally be a week of rest. Full week of rest, but with a match review and a team bonding there to finish the season. Contact the living. Relegation scrap, heads down. Look at the amount of teams that it still includes. It still includes Bournemouth in 12th. It's mad to see Liverpool in this list. But right, if we look at this, look at how tough our run is compared to Bristol City are probably down. Looking at their running, they've got City, Chelsea, Arsenal, and Villa. There are only 2 home games against 2 teams in Champions League spots. Bristol City are probably down. Palace have a rough run in. But they have 3 home games, including Bristol City on the final day and Nottingham Forest at home. So they have 2 really good relegation 6-pointers at home. So they could still be of a threat. Forest have 2 games against teams around us, including us. Southampton will be an easy game. They could play Spurs once they've won the league already. So that's there. So, it's not done, but being 7 clear with, 4 to go? 5 to go? With 5 to go? 7 clear with 5 to go. We're in a very, very good spot, especially if we can do well against Newcastle here. Our home games are going to be key. So Newcastle, and then we finish with Spurs at home and Everton at home. Nottingham Forest is this one. The only game we're realistically writing off right now is Man United away, because we don't have one of our key centre-backs in Adam Sinclair, and the other one we just get rid of it. But Newcastle, Forest, Spurs maybe is the other one we write off if they still haven't won the league by that point, but considering they are 14 points clear, they are literally 2 points away from winning the league, which makes me feel physically sick at the thought. But yeah. They're all expiring, they're not great. I might get rid of the England expiring scout report. Scotland, McTominay Scotland recall. I mean, that would be great, wouldn't it? Yeah, the youth intake players that we've signed are all okay. We need to look at our youth intake and our under-18s. Basically, build an under-18 squad where one player, with 2 players for each position, and then kind of leave it. Tottenham can win the title. We cry at that thought. We hope that they go full Spursy, but it looks like Big Ange, I believe it's still Big Ange, Yeah, it looks like Big Ange is finally going to add, is going to win Spurs their first Premier League title in, what is that, 69 years? Nice. But they've just lost to Chelsea, so let's fucking go. We love that. Now we just have to hope that City win. And they've got Everton, so good luck to Man City. Right. Salguero's picked up a knock, which means Lewis Dobbin will come onto the bench, and then other than that, we're good to go. Let's get into it. Newcastle at home. They're still chasing Europe. They are still chasing Europe, but this is a game that we need to put a performance in. The home form is key. The wins at Glanford Park, we need to be bouncing. The atmosphere, make it hostile for Newcastle. Don't allow them to settle. Don't allow them to rest. Give us the best chance and the best possibility. I mean, Brighton are winning away at Anfield, so we could technically go above Liverpool with a win here. Well, even if Liverpool don't win, we go above them. Hi, Ducky. How are you? I mean, this has been a very boring first half right now. Wolves are winning at Southampton. Southampton have bottled Europe. We're going to demand a little bit more. Come on, lads. Give us something to get off our seat for. Brighton are 2-0 up away at Anfield. We can finish above Liverpool this season. If you'd have told me I was finishing above Liverpool this season, I'd have laughed at you. I mean, John, that's not a great touch. Guimaraes, Montoya, can we win it back, lads? Stanisic. Whips in across. It's headed down. No.
Oh, fuck. I can't believe you've done this.
This is going to be given. We all know it's going to be given. Right, Tobias. The hopes and prayers are on you against Nico. Oh, he saved it. Come on. Right, let's not celebrate too much, because they could score from this corner. But Chukwuemeka's there just to nod that away from the danger area. Tobias, worth your weight in gold there, mate. Villa are beating Bristol City. Good news for us. Moves us one step closer. I'm far from pleased with what I've just seen. We've not had a single attacking highlight in the first half. Right, we're going to encourage the lads. Give them a little bit of encouragement. Is he aggressive? He's uninterested after the feedback. That's not really what we want to see. Right. 60. The hour has come. And do you know what we're going to do? We're going to take Lefebvre off, and we're going to bring Lancashire on. We're going to move Plomain out to the left, like we did away against Palace away, and that brought us good fortune. We're gonna go again. Right. It's still 0-0. Still 0-0. Come on. Bournemouth are beating Brentford. Again, another good result for us. Forest don't look like they're winning either. No, they're losing to Palace. Again, big news for us, because it means a win here moves us further away. McTominay getting sent off. Not what we fucking need at this moment in time. Not what we needed. Right, we're just going to move Bait up like that. We're going to keep it as the 2 in midfield. Plomain is on a 6.4, so we're going to bring Dobbin on. He's probably not had a lot of minutes this season, but Lewis Dobbin is now going to get a run around here. We're just going to move them up to centre mids. We're gonna still try and see if we can get something out of this game. Like, maybe a better win, like a win out of this game. Seriously, not again. Yeah, McTominay being sent off. Is that his 3rd red card of the season? I've got to actually have a look at that after this game. I'm fairly certain that's his 3rd red of the season. Encourage. Right, we should probably make, what, we've got 2 more changes? Yeah. Let's do Dominguez and Flick. No, and Kwon on. I've seen 2. I've seen... I know you've seen the second one now. That's the thing with having him. Do you know what? 0-0 against Newcastle. We haven't played the best here. Yeah. 0-0. We will take. That is. I can't fault your effort. Do you know what? We upset the defenders by saying I was pleased. I mean, we kept the clean sheet at home against the team chasing Europe, and we had 10 men. Like, we hold on to a draw, and it moves us 8 clear with 4 to play. 8 clear with 4 to play. McTominay banned for 2 matches. Don't appeal. No, it's his 2nd red card of the season. Evening, Sean. Hope you're doing well. Tobias Shines. He got himself an 8.3. Brilliant from you, mate. Ooh. Angel Gomez is looking kind of tasty. He's only 3-star, which is craziness. It's the 7 tackling which does it for him. It's crazy that Liverpool still that few. Do you know what's even crazier is that oh no, they have now sacked him. Okay, I was gonna say, do you know what's even crazier? They haven't sacked Scaloni. They sacked him at the beginning of the month. Okay. I mean, Liverpool approached me at the end in the summer, being like, "Hi, we want to hire you," and I was like, "No." But if Liverpool actually went down, yeah. And it's still a possibility. Might be our last chance of seeing European football. Well, no, Chelsea will get Champions League again next season. Like, I can get the WSL table up, Cheetah. Because the top 3 in the WSL get Champions League. And we are... I didn't actually see how we did today. So I can tell by the fact when I look at the table. We won 2-0 against West Ham. Okay. But this is the WSL table, Cheetah. So Chelsea is still top of the league. I know, but you go into the Chelsea's Lady match and say this might be your last chance of seeing European football under Clear Lake. Yeah? And then tell me that the WSL doesn't count when you go into the Chelsea Ladies game. You can't... No. You said that, yeah? So therefore you are including the ladies team. That is exactly what you have just done, yeah? And I am showing you now factual evidence that we are there, yeah? And that we could still win our 4th league in a row. Yeah? Like, if we win the league and the FA Cup, that is 4 consecutive doubles. I didn't mean to include the WSL. Well, then... But your statement is last chance of seeing European football under Clear Lake, yeah? Whilst going to a Chelsea ladies match in the Champions League. Which, and by the way, we're what, 3-0 up from the first leg? So again, like, we're going to have another home tie. Because we're going to go to the semi-finals. Like, the contradiction here is crazy. That genuinely meant that it across both teams. That's what I'm trying to say, Cheetah. Like we've not had European football under Clear Lake. So, like, the men's team have not had European football under Clear Lake. Well, they have, because first... Wait, did they? Yeah, they did. We did have European football. Because we had it with Potter, but, like... You know what I mean? Like, we've not earned it under Clear Lake. Sebastian Wassell is fine. Enoch Quatting, I mean, you're okay, but you're not our level anymore. Rudely awakened by the dustman. Pot life. Potter, genuinely, yeah. It's mad to think that Potter was Chelsea manager a year ago. When did he get sacked? Like, when did Graham Potter get sacked? By Chelsea. Chelsea tenure. So he got sacked April the 2nd. So yeah, this time last year, Graham Potter was still Chelsea manager. Which is crazy. 2nd of April was when he got sacked last. So this time last year, Potter was still Chelsea manager. It meant that crisis meetings. Yeah. Oh, Adam Sinclair came second in Young Player of the Month. Good for him, man. I mean, I want to keep him at the club. I'd love another season of Adam Sinclair at the club. I think. Like, I think, yeah, he's actually a wonder kid. Like, he genuinely could be. We could have just basically trained Man United to have one of the best centre-backs in the game. Like, and I would love to have him at the club. He actually hasn't got any traits, but yeah, he's like a leading championship player right now, but like, we could genuinely would love to keep the man around. But like, I think it was also at a similar point this time last year that Arsenal started to collapse. When was Arsenal Southampton's 3-3? Yeah, Arsenal's 3-3 against Southampton, yeah, was 3 days ago this time last year. We've got to sell. I think. Do you know what I think though, Sean? Like, genuinely, I think Champions League money will help you. Because if you get top 4, you qualify for the league phase, so you will get like the 12 million, 13 million, whatever. Like, yes, you might have to sell 1 or 2 players, but I don't think it'll be as bad than what people think it is. If Villa get Champions League, this is the thing. Like, people are basing it off of like the current last 3 years. Yeah, all of a sudden you throw a year of Champions League money in there, and all of a sudden you're a lot better. Like, your financial situation can just be solved like that. There's a reason why like Real Madrid and Barcelona, like the money from the Champions League been anywhere near it, yeah. Which is why people are thinking, oh yeah, Villa might have to sell to buy. But again, if I get the Premier League table up right now, like, if I get the Premier League table up right now, you are what, 5? You are 3 clear of Spurs and they have a game in hand. And yes, right now the European club coefficients aren't great for England. But at the same time, you're gonna have one of City or Arsenal. I think City and Arsenal both make the Champions League semi-finals. I think Arsenal knock Bayern out, and I think City knock out Real Madrid. Like, I think both of them go through. You've got Liverpool going far in the Europa League. Yeah, to think about. If West Ham knock Leverkusen out and go further in the Europa League, like, there's a lot of coefficient points still to play for. What does it say? I think we'd get the best reaction if we ease the players, put the pressure on the players and tell them they're not expected to win. So a few people are disappointed and let down. The more but overall is a good reaction. Would be a big swing between us and Germany. Yeah. I actually don't know if I can get the UEFA club coefficient. Club coefficients right now. Don't give me. So that's Man City. I want nation coefficients then. Association club coefficients. So just 23, 24. Yeah. So right now, yeah, this is what this is. Yeah. So right now, England are in 3rd. And only the top 2 get the extra place. And it's based off this season alone. So that's what we have to think about. It's based off of this season alone. Italy are probably not going to drop off. I don't actually know what Italian clubs are far in Europe right now, but Italy could still drop off. And depending on the competition, it's different. England will still have by far and away the most points coming into it by the end of the year. Like, England won't drop off of being the best club and getting like the best places, because that's what these points tell. And then that's based on different scenarios, which if you get FM up and you look at European nation club coefficients, that's what qualification places. That's what this determines. So the points here determine how you get the qualification places like this. Yeah? And then the points for here, the points for 23, 24 determine the top 2 then get the extra place. So then Italy and Germany would get 5, And basically what happens then is that this Conference League place that you get here shifts to a Champions League place, basically. And then the way you then get the extra spots is if, like, teams outside of the, teams outside of your, thing, like, win the cups and stuff like that. The way it goes. I can't remember exactly how it goes, but yeah, like, that's, like you get, I think you just get the extra, I'm not certain, you might just get the extra place, if you're fifth, and then your cup winner still can get it. But, like, there is a feasible way. I'm fairly certain that there is a possibility that you can have 10 English clubs in Europe at one time, which then would give you the much better chance of staying as the top spot, basically. Because the more teams you have, the more chance you have of getting coefficient points, the more chance you have of then there. It's because, to be fair, watching a lot of second yellow cards build donations have helped me with that. But then also doing my own research into it as well. Because I'm just genuinely curious. Once they introduced, like, the new style of thingy, that was how I then wanted to do it. And wanted to learn about it. And plus, I'm looking to, bit of a newsflash, I'm looking to do a build donation next FM. Be happy with the Europa. It'd still be an increase and a better competition than what you were in this season. McTominay handed a further 2-match ban, which means he's now suspended for 4 games, which means he's basically out for the season. It's because of their development, Wader. Next FM in terms of the match engine is a complete rewrite, yes. Because it's got the new Unity match engine. Because basically the way I understand it is that's where the AI. So say let's get, I don't know, Adam Sinclair. Yeah, I've got him on loan. I'm fairly certain I have he has to play central defender on defend. It might be, no, he doesn't actually have a position. But say, like, I don't know if you actually can see it in the loan contracts. Details here. But basically, like, when you go to make a loan deal, let's just go onto our scouting list. And let's go players in range, edit, loan listed. And just get a player that's loan listed up right now. Let's say we're looking to loan in this guy, Torben Gunnar, and we make an offer and loan. Now, you can see here they want him to play as a DM. Oh, was it in there? Where do I see? Oh, yeah, here, loan options. I was looking at his actual contract, that's why. Yeah, so, preferred round position, attacking midfield center. If you look at his profile, that is the thing that pops up first. Normally, anyway. But it's normally where the club will go, this is where we have the idea of wanting to develop and play them. And so if they're sending them out on loan, that's basically why they're sending him out on loan. Especially for players further up the pitch, it makes a lot more sense. But, like, this could be, like, they could be playing an AM support, say, I think this is AM support, yeah. So they could be saying having an AM support in their tactic. I believe Spurs do have player 4-2-3-1. No, they don't. But, yeah, like, that's where they see his best position be and developing him to be that player. So that's why they fixate on it. Which is kind of understandable. And then it's like, if you're wanting to play him outside of that, then you're going to cost more money because you're kind of going against the development of where the club see him. Basically, from my understanding of it. Right, McTominay is suspended, which means that Flick comes in, and he comes in here. Basically, Chelsea are being dickheads, as normal, pretty much. He's still actually developing at our training facilities, which is great, I guess, for Spurs. He has a slight concern he's not getting the playing time he wanted because he was given an important player. We was never playing him as an important player. But yeah. That's kind of it. But yeah, going back to the nation coefficients, England should get top 5, because if I look at German sides that are in, if we go to, I use the BBC because it's the easiest thing. If we go to Champions League, so in the Champions League, I believe you just have Bayern Munich, and you have Dortmund as well. So you have 2 English sides versus 2 English sides. Like, you have 2 English and 2 there, but no Italian sides in that quarterfinal. So that's good news for England. So there's no Italian sides left in this. If we go to the Europa League, in the Europa League, there is an English side and there is and 2 Italian sides. But those 2 Italian sides have been drawn against. There's 2 English sides and 3 Italian sides. 2 of those Italian sides have been drawn against each other. So that then means 1 Italian team is guaranteed to be knocked out. Again, good for England. And there's only 1 German side being drawn against an English side, so we can get the big swing on Germany there. And then if you go to the Conference League, obviously you do have it would be helpful if I could spell Europa. If you go to the Conference League, there is no Italian side, there is no German side. So England realistically should be fine, especially if all those clubs, like, you look at this Europa Conference League now, there is 1 Italian side. Sorry, I missed Fiorentina. But you look at this Europa League, this Conference League draw, and I'm saying it now. I don't know who Villa have got in their their tournament bracket now, but you look at this, and to me, Aston Villa are the favourites. And should win the Conference League this season. You go back to the Europa League, Liverpool are your favourites. It's that in that order, I think. Okay. Which actually would make sense given the way this is done as well, because those 2 teams, that's one half of the draw, and that's the other half of the draw. So that does kind of make sense then, that's like the way it is across both. But yeah, because AC Milan, if it was done on thingy, would be top of that list. Yeah, so I think it is that way. So Liverpool, in a way, yeah, Liverpool are your favourites to win it. Liverpool, your favourites to win that. West Ham knocking points off of Germany would be great, but Liverpool, by the looks of it, then have to go through 2 Italian sides. Again, giving us a huge swing if Liverpool were to win both all 4 of those games and get to the final. In the Europa League as well, Villa should realistically win all 3 of them. Through all of them. So it's good for all of that. But right, back to the season. Back to the FM. Nottingham Forest away, huge game. If we win here, apparently, we guarantee survival. Anthony Gordon and Nottingham Forest. Anthony Gordon and Cole Palmer and Nottingham Forest. Like, Cole Palmer, would you be interested? Nottingham Forest could be a potential team to go and have a look at should they go down. Because there could be a good couple of players in there. But it very much depends on the fact that we don't lose this game. And them hitting the post inside the opening 2 minutes, not the best start. But right now, if we avoid defeat, we do not stay up. So we have to win to guarantee survival, and it would put us over the 40-point mark. But Anthony Gordon has scored, which is not good news. This is a game that is like a must-win game for us. And the City Ground, absolutely loving that. The City Ground looks a lot bigger. How big is your capacity? 30 grand. That looks like that's had an extension on it. That looks like that's had an expansion on it. But yeah. Because then that means we are 6 with, like, Leicester having 4 to play, basically. Leicester play Wolves later. We're going to berate because we have not turned up here. Ignore. We have not turned up right now. Spurs are beating Palace, which would mean we can only finish 18th. And Spurs are now champions as well, which also makes me feel sick. Bailey probably won't leave Villa this summer. I don't think. Berate. Liverpool also losing to West Ham. The fact that we are above Liverpool in the league right now is incredible. Right, our entire front three are having stinkers, so we're going to sub them all off. Bait is also in danger of being booked, but right now we're just subbing the entire front three off and saying to these guys, go on, play yourselves into the starting 11. Play yourselves into my team. Demand more. Like, come on, lads. Like, we have not created anything. Chukwuemeka looks knackered. We're going to bring Dominguez on for you. And Avia's not had a great game, so Jorgen's coming on. Do we need to start pushing bodies forward and tempos up? We might have to, especially with 10 minutes to go. We've kind of got nothing to lose here if we do. Just increase a little bit of the tempo. First game in the Championship, Blackburn versus Borough. Right. We're going to throw the wingbacks up. Put these guys onto support. And we're going to throw Dominguez up into a cam role. What's your best role at cam? AP support. I don't really want that. I'm going to do you as an AM attack. Don't really want two playmakers. That would be a joke, yeah. I mean, that would be kind of mental, considering as well he would be leaving to not have European football again. I know, like, the history of the club and stuff like that might play a part in it, and obviously the money, but Leon Bailey would be taking, right now, in my opinion, a step down in his career if he left Villa for Chelsea. Which is not a statement I thought I would have made in 2021. Anthony Gordon with a cross. Tobias has just punched him in the face. If that is not a pen, I don't know what is. I don't see the move to Arsenal either, because he plays off the right and he's not coming above Bukayo Saka. Like, oh yeah, we need to sell Sterling. He's not worth 325 grand a week. Yeah. Like Leon Bailey right now. Raheem Sterling is on 325 grand a week. He's not worth that money in any way, shape, or form. I sold him in our network, my network game with Abby and Chuck. I sold Raheem Sterling the first chance I could get. But at the same time, going back to Leon Bailey, if he leaves for Chelsea, in my opinion, it's we have just bottled. We have just bottled the biggest chance the best chance we will have to guarantee survival. I'm linked with the Arsenal job. Interesting. Because Mikel Arteta has now been sacked by Arsenal in 2030. With good potential. Yeah, I'm glad for you that you did. When he's yeah, because he went on a big transfer fee as well for you. Do you know who I really am impressed with this season for you? Is Moussa Diaby. I really like Moussa Diaby. No, I knew him for a bit from Leverkusen and was impressed when was impressed when Villa signed him this summer. But I've been impressed with Diaby. I didn't know if he would settle in as quickly as he has, but I've been impressed with what he's done for you this season. But now we've got United away, which we're going to lose. No, I kind of want to see this Nigerian striker. Fisher should be dropped by Northern Ireland, yeah. I probably need to upgrade Jason Fisher now. I feel this guy would be incredible. Needs a bit of time. He's electric, yeah. He's, definitely a player in there. There was. Chelsea have drawn at United, which is not great. West Ham are now 4th in the Premier League, by the way. Who's managing West Ham? Do I need to tag Breezy? Do I need to get Mr. Breezy in here? Thomas Frank is taking West Ham to a Champions League spot. So he's had 143 games played. So when did they hire Frank? They hired Thomas Frank July 2027. So what have they done in his seasons? So 27, so they finished 11th and 7th. How are they doing? How have they done in Europe this season? So they got knocked out to Fenerbahce in the Europa League. That's crazy. Fenerbahce, who then got dispatched. Oh no, didn't get really. I mean, Fenerbahce bottled it. Also, is this a preview into real life? Leverkusen knocking out Liverpool in the Europa League. Is that a sign of like what's going to happen this season? But yeah, and now that's an interesting Europa League semi-final. The fact that Rangers are in the semi-final of the Europa League, it's not much of a surprise now. They've actually been doing really well in Europe recently, Rangers. Yeah, Pau Torres is great. That shocked me when you signed him. I'm also shocked that you play him, I guess that's because of injuries at the moment, but that you're playing him and Clement Longley together. But that seems to actually be quite good for you. I can't wait for you to see how you go when you've got Diego Carlos back. I think Diego Carlos and Pau Torres at that centre-back pair will be great for you. It just depends if Diego Carlos can stay injury-free, because that man doesn't know how to stay injury-free right now. Tayashby Hammond is back. Good news. Although Mings is also left-footed, yeah. Like, that's my thing. You're playing Ezri Konsa at right back right now because he can't get a game at centre back. Like, Matty Cash is your main natural right back, and he's like being outplayed in his own position by a guy who's not naturally a fullback. Because Ezri Konsa is great, and I think Ezri Konsa will be an England player. Like, you can't drop Konsa. Do you know, genuinely, I would I mean, the one player that's dubious in that is my youth goalkeeper, so I'm not really too annoyed. Holman Fandinho's improving, which is nice. Like, he's close to full potential, that's his thing. I didn't watch the England game last night, to be quite honest. I couldn't be... I would love to sign him. Mr. Sass, I would love to sign you. You've not played at all season. Do you have a release fee? No. So United are just valuing you. Chilwell Gallagher is shit. I didn't watch, as I said, I didn't watch the game, but I saw a lot on social media that Chilwell Gallagher did not have good games. But then again, they're used to play. They're playing at Chelsea right now, where we are not very good. So it doesn't surprise me in the slightest that they had a bad game. And also the thing with England is, and the reason why I am not even really this hyped for the Euros, the moment is that England have the same faults right now under Gareth Southgate, yeah? And it's not a slight on Gareth Southgate, it's not meant to be like a proper slight on Gareth Southgate, but basically, his record, but wrong colour flag shot, and don't get me started on that either, that load of nonsense. But the thing with England is, and it has been for a while under Southgate, when it comes to the big matches, and I don't know if it's how he's coaching this team, or whether it's the fact that the players are then getting weighed down by the fact that they're playing for England in the latter stages of a tournament against a big team. But whenever, and it's happened for years and years and years, England capitulate against the big sides. Mentally. And it's not in terms of performance. There is just a mental difference where one player will get comfortable in a game, and then that one moment will switch off. we'll switch off just like that. And then all of a sudden, like Endrick last night, like Mbappe will in the Euros, like a decent attacking player will punish you. And England have fallen foul from that for years. And like it happened against Italy. That one moment happened. Okay, it was Bonucci that scored the goal, but like that moment you switched off from the set piece, goal. Then we don't push on it. And that's the other thing. If we go ahead in a game, then we sit back. Why are we sitting back? Like, we've got a goal up. We're playing the better football. Let's go and take the game. All the great sides throughout time and history will do. They're not playing well. We'll go and put 2 or 3 past you. And whilst they're not playing well, we'll take advantage of it. I don't rate like Southgate. Southgate was never a good manager at any level that he was, other than maybe the England under-21s where there was not really much pressure on you. Like in terms of any male, like any full-blown men's squad that he's managed, as Chukwuemeka's in, and we are leading at Old Trafford. Hello. There is FM going on in the background. But yeah, like, Southgate is not a good manager. He's a good man manager, and he's not a good coach, he's a good manager. I'll put it that way. I think Southgate would be a really good assistant manager to whoever next comes in and takes over the England job. And the reason why I say that, I can't remember if Brian Clough was a good player beforehand. Right, we've won it back. Let's not do anything silly here, lads. Nice. Fisher. Chukwuemeka. Plemane's in behind. And Flick's there. Oh, it's over the bar. Yes. Gareth Southgate is the Poch of international management. Yeah. I mean, if we beat Man United here, we are safe with 2 games to go. And we're up into 13th. 3 points... We'd be 3 points clear of Liverpool, chat. Lefebvre, he's going short with the corner. Plemane's whipped it in. It's towards Bjarnason, headed away. Let's not get countered, lads. Rashford into Cox. Rashford again. Flick has done brilliantly there. Let's not do anything silly. Bjarnason, out to the left back. John, drive with it. You've got space. You've got green grass to run into. John. Oh, he's got away with it because Pippa was aware. Pippa, down the line. You can find the cross, son. He's found Lefebvre. He's gone down. Penrith! But yeah. And so, that's why England will not win the Euros. Like, I'm saying it now. England will not win the Euros. I think England will make the semi-finals of the Euros. Everybody will get hyped again. Oh my God, we're going to go all the way. And no, we will not win the Euros. By the way, we're 2-0 up at Old Trafford. So fuck Man United. But yeah, like it won't. If Poch gets sacked, it will be at the end of the season. He will not be sacked now. He will not be sacked before the entire games have been played, because we still have the chance of reaching the cup final. Poch will not also, as Garnacho's in behind and Garnacho has scored, so that's not good news.
Emotional damage.
But Poch will not be sacked if we win the FA Cup. So he will not be sacked if we win the FA Cup. So no, but the thing that I think everybody said when Chelsea hired Maurizio Pochettino was, you are hiring a man that is very well liked at Tottenham, yeah, and I think you found very similar happen with Mourinho and Conte the other way around. when those two clubs have hired managers that have been a manager of that club and been successful at the upper club, when he then starts to disappear, and I say successful relative to Spurs' thing where Poch did get them to a Champions League final, we can't forget that. Like, where they are well liked and loved at the other club, and then they've gone to like the rival, the moment shit has started to hit the fan, it's got toxic. Yeah? It happened at Spurs with Mourinho, and it's happened at Spurs with Conte, and you're seeing it quite quickly at Chelsea right now. And the one thing that Chelsea fans can't understand, and I think under the old ownership we've been very, very blessed with, was instant success. You hire and fire a manager, as we have bottled a 2-0 lead at Old Trafford.
Emotional damage.
No, but it's what Bowley has tried to play Football Manager in real life, and has very quickly found out, yeah, that Football Manager is completely different. Yeah, like Bowley has found out the very hard way when you're overspending and put in play. And the other thing that he has done, yeah, he's tried to get around like loopholes, yeah. But what he has done is put players on a lot of money on 8-year contracts. Where's your desire to play? At young ages as well. Like, you think about it, yeah? A player like Mykhailo Mudryk, yeah? Is on X, Y, and Z X, Y, and Z tens of thousands a week. I don't know if it's quite in the hundreds. I can't remember. But he is on a lot of money each week for the next 8 years of his life. In a way, yeah? You put yourself in his position, yeah? You've got yourself... You use that money, you and your family are set for life, you kick a ball around for a few years, yeah, you might move elsewhere, but you've got yourself set. Yeah, but at the same time, Cheetah, that caliber and that thing, yeah, you think about when he was at Spurs as well, yeah, oh, we're losing, that's deflected in. We've had 2 deflected goals going against us.
Emotional damage.
Can we please, like, actually pause? Fisher's not had a great game. Let's get Salgado on. And we will bring... We'll bring Dominguez on as the ball-winning midfielder. But yeah, like, when he was at Spurs, it didn't start great, and then it built. Developing a young player doesn't, happen overnight. You don't necessarily see instant improvement overnight. One young player I would say he has helped is Cole Palmer. If Cole Palmer was still at Manchester City right now, Cole Palmer would not be anywhere near the England squad, for one. And for 2, he would not be talked about for being in the Euros. Cole Palmer has been Chelsea's best player this season. Cole Palmer would not have been Cole Palmer would have been City's third choice right winger. This is we'd have been third choice in pretty much every position. Cole Palmer has been a revelation. I believe one young player he has helped. Is I would say another younger player he has helped. I think he's 24. I could be wrong. How old are you? Yeah, he's just turned 24. It's Conor Gallagher. Thank you, Chuck, for the thing. We lost at Man United, which is a little bit annoying, but the one other player I say is Conor Gallagher. And the reason I'll say Conor Gallagher was Conor Gallagher up until last season that wasn't even realistically in the Chelsea midfield. Yeah. Now, and as much as I will hate to say it, he is Chelsea's start. No, you can't take him out of the Chelsea team. As much as I didn't agree with it earlier in the season, his performances have warranted it. Yeah? And as much as, again, it's not necessarily would have been something I thought would have happened like 7-8 weeks ago. like in January when Chelsea were considering selling him. I was like, well, if we can get 50 million for Gallagher, it'd be worth it. I think 50 million for Gallagher right now is like an okay deal. Like, if you could get 60 million for Gallagher, it would be great. They made if Sheffield United triggered Carney Chukwuemeka's 31 million release fee, I will take the 31 million. Defeat against Man United still means we're 6 point. We're just a point away. Yeah, but at the same time, he has helped him and developed him into getting into a position where he is now talked about for England squads. Cole Palmer was not talked about for England squads. He has players he's ruined. I want to hear your thoughts on this because I can't wait to hear. Colwill Badiashile. Badiashile's problems have been his injuries this season. Realistically, he's not. I don't think he's ever really been fully match fit. And then I would say Colwill. Realistically, I feel like you're that Maatsen was. Again, I'm going to say this. Maatsen was never in Chelsea's first team anyway. The only reason a lot of Chelsea fans were... the only reason why a lot of Chelsea fans are upset that Maatsen's gone is because he had a half-decent season at Burnley, where most of the time, let's be real, he was playing as a left winger rather than a left back. And then he's gone to Dortmund, a league where the standard isn't necessarily the best, and he's gone to Dortmund and is playing well. Yeah? Fair play to him. He's doing well at Dortmund. He did well at Burnley in the Championship last season. Yeah? He's proven that he can do it. Yeah? There is an option to buy on his on his loan fee. Something tells me, and I'm going to be honest, I don't think Dortmund spend 30 million on him. And I don't think he plays. But at the same time, if he is supposed to naturally be a left back, Maatsen wasn't going to play this season. Because you have Chilwell and you have Cucurella. Yes, Chilwell has been injured and is a bit injury prone, so you might say he might get some game time. But realistically, if Chelsea have a fully fit squad, yeah, Maatsen, right now, because of the money we spent on Cucurella and Chilwell, is not starting ahead of them. Like, so again, he hasn't ruined Maatsen. Maatsen has just been ruined by the fact that we have spent ludicrous amounts of money on 2 left-backs. And then he's not playing higher up the pitch, because again, we spent ludicrous amounts of money on other players up front. So Maatsen was always going to be a player in the fringes. We didn't force Colwill at left-back. Pochettino wanted to play him as basically, yeah, Chilwell's horrific last night. Do you know what Poch wanted to try and do this season? Yeah, and you could see it early in the season when we played the Liverpool. He wanted to play that 3-5-2, 4-4-2 hybrid. Yeah, where Colwill was effectively a wide centre-back, inverted full-back hybrid. And then Chilwell would bomb on. Yeah? He hasn't been able to do that because he hasn't had... If you look at the way we were playing in pre-season, he hasn't had the chance to do that because we've had injuries to basically every player. He's not had a consistent, settled squad. So you can talk about ruining players all you want, but players' confidence are going to be shot through the floor when you're chopping and changing every week because you've got another 2 players that are injured. And everyone's talking about Liverpool's injury crisis right now, and rightly so, they've had a lot of injuries. Yeah, but everybody will seem to forget that Chelsea have also had a fair few injuries themselves. Palace have just beaten Man United, which annoys me that we've bottled a 2-0 lead there. But Brentford have lost, which means we are... What are we? We're 6 points clear of the drop zone with 2 to play. So we are safe, basically. A point against Spurs and we are safe. But, again, I don't think that is his issue. Injuries are a problem for every major club not named Man City. So, like, yeah. So then when you're saying that, like, the other young player I will say Poch has helped improve this season, and I think his confidence has started to improve, and people are starting to see what he started to produce at Villarreal this season, was Nicholas Jackson. I think Nicholas Jackson is starting to now find his feet, and he's settled, he's adjusted, and he's showing what he showed at Villarreal last season a little bit. Like, again, because... in that hybrid system that Poch was kind of going to look to play that he did in pre-season, Jackson could drift wide to the left wing. Jackson's best position has always been, and showed it against Villarreal last season, that central striker role that can drift out to the left-hand side. That he can drift into that left-hand half space, yeah, if the wide player stays out wide or stuff like that. And that's where if you had Chilwell there as that advanced left wing back, Chilwell takes that wide space and then leaves that half space for Jackson. And Jackson's starting to find himself a bit of form right now. So I think a lot of people right now, Southampton are trying to, I mean, if Southampton bid 52 million for him, yeah, I'll rip your arm off now. If Southampton bid 52 million for you, I don't care how good you are for us, yeah, you've only got 9 and 5 in 36 Premier League appearances. Southampton, if you want to spend 52 million on him, be my guest. Please do. Yeah, Villa have been Villa have been for about the last 2.5 months bare bones at centre back. 3 ACLs. I didn't realise it was 3. I knew it was 2. I didn't. Who's the 3? Because I know Carlos was one, and I think Mings was the other one. What was Carlos's then? Yeah, he's making excuse after excuse because also the other thing about our squad is it's a young squad. Everybody talks about the Carabao Cup final, yeah, and how we bottled it against Klopp's kids, yeah. And whilst there was a lot of players that were young in that squad, Man United have won the FA Cup. Grim. I'm fairly certain, and I could be wrong, yeah, but I could be wrong, and I'm fairly certain this is the case, as we have guaranteed survival without playing. Chelsea had the younger 11 on the pitch. Yeah, Liverpool just had a lot. Yeah, it was still but Chelsea have a young squad. So the thing you have to do with a young squad, when you have a young squad, if you start to set a standard, you can demoralise a lot of those young players. You need a lot of encouragement. So going out into the media, what you say behind closed doors will be completely different to what you say in the media, by the way. Yeah? I think as a lot of people don't understand that. If you go, could you imagine, yeah, you're at work and your boss comes out in front of everyone that you work with and lambasts you, yeah, and just absolutely shits on you in front of everybody. Your confidence is going to drop like that. So if Poch comes out and starts blaming this player, that player, this player, that player, blaming poor mistakes and poor individual errors by certain players, all they're going to do is just, that confidence is just going to go like that. So if you start coming out and you say this, this, and this, yeah, you're not saying blame them, but you've got to then deflect the pressure away from them, and that comes by them making excuses. His excuses might not be the best right now, and they might not sound realistic and believable, but yeah, and Brentford have beat Arsenal, which does mean but Nottingham Forest losing means we're safe. Because Brentford can only finish level on points with us. Forest only have 1 game left to play. But again, you're not gonna. We know it's bullshit, but you're not gonna come out and be like that. We're tired, yeah, but that's what your subs are for. There are there. I mean, if we have. Oh, I'm not saying his tactics mismatch. We definitely bottled it. Yeah, we definitely bottled it, and it was the wrong approach for that time. Yeah, because if you look at the way we played in extra time, in the North, to finish the game, it was just completely out of whack and completely the way we finished. Yeah, we were on top and should have had about 4 goals. Yeah, And he has done it a lot of times, yes. But at the same time, it's what he has, and it's the reason why, and I will say it now, and I fully believe this, yeah? Chelsea will not win a trophy under Pochettino, the same way I said that United will not win a trophy under Solskjaer, yeah? But what he would do is he would get the players to believe, and he would get the players to there. And he will build, but Poch will build you to a level, yeah? And it was the same thing I said with Solskjaer, and what Man United have then done is replaced him with the wrong man. Yeah? In my opinion, Man United replaced Solskjaer with the wrong man because they play different styles of football. Yeah? But what Solskjaer did was build that Manchester United squad to a level where Solskjaer was consistently beating City. He was consistently beating City in derbies, home and away. Yeah? He was getting results against the big side. Solskjaer's downfall was probably more his results against the teams lower down in the league where they were expected to win. Solskjaer was great as a counter-attacking manager, which doesn't work in this day and age. They did have Ralf Rangnick in first, and that went fucking crazy. That probably didn't help. But I don't think sacking Solskjaer, to be quite honest, and this is the reason why I believe Spurs are champions. Yeah, Spurs are Premier League champions, which is fucking grim. But the same point, yeah, and the same thing. You will start to see, hopefully, over the next season, over the next couple of seasons, if he stays, yeah, that he will start to develop players. And I can't remember who said it earlier in the chat, about a scattergun approach to transfers. That's Chelsea's issue right now. Our squad is too, we've used a big squad, but it's too big. There is a very fundamental issue. That was Colin. Okay. We have approached it like we are playing pin the tail on the donkey. We have got a blindfold on, and we are throwing it at the first thing that sticks. This person. That's not sustainable. Which is now why we're finding out, quite comfortably, whilst we're down in 12th, we can have financial fair play issues and points deductions. Yeah, but at the same time, there's a balance between also going gung-ho in certain games, knowing that the other team will hurt you, and it's the reason why and it's the same thing with Southgate. Yeah, some managers will be brave and go for it. Some managers will shrink and go, right, let's consolidate what we got and go for this. And that's the current situation of where we're at. Right, Fredrickson's going to come here. Famia Castillo for Parker. Scunthorpe are officially safe. 5-0 win over Stoke is great. That is a great win for you. Also, I know we are going to have to do this, and it's going to hurt me every second, and I really hope you could choose teams that you could not do this against. But I'm fairly certain we will give Spurs... No, we have not given Spurs a guard of honour. Thank fuck for that. We now have no left-back because John's gone off injured, so we're going to have to play Parker, a centre-back, at left-back against Premier League champion Spurs. I mean, they have won the league, so they could be resting and on the beach, which could be good for us, but I feel like this is just a dead rubber. The salt is real on this one. Chug, I am going to be salty for the entire fucking time until Spurs are dethroned from the Premier League. Oh yeah, Sterling has to go. I was quite... I was unsure about Sterling when he signed for us. Chukwuemeka into the penalty area. Carney Chukwuemeka is a good save from Vicario. I was neither here nor there. Sterling... The reason why Sterling looked good at City was because, like a lot of players, you have Kevin De Bruyne around you, who can pick you a pass and you just have to tap it in. And we are now losing to Spurs.
Emotional damage.
Wishing he was Vinny Jr. Raheem Sterling is Vinicius Jr. if you bought him on Craigslist. Like, it's not even Wish. Wish is being nice to Raheem Sterling compared to Vinicius Jr. I mean, that's a lovely ball. Lefebvre's in. Lefebvre. Oh, it's a good save from Vicario. Release the Kraken. We drop down to 15th. No matter where we finish now, we cannot finish car boot sale Vinicius Jr. Hey, respect the car boot sale. In Slough. Wow. I mean, yeah, probably. Encouraged. Come on, lads. We can get something from this. We're playing well. We're playing okay. We're not... Spurs have not got this easy. Chukwuemeka's into the penalty area. He's found the ball across and Plemane's hit the keeper from about 2 yards out. And Fisher then forces the save from Vicario. So, you know, there's things to be confident about right now. Plemane into Lefebvre. Chukwuemeka fires it back in. Vicario flaps at it. It's a good save. Parker, Pippa, just draw one Pippa. And it's another corner. No, West Ham are not our biggest rivals. Yeah, I don't know about that. Tammy's been out with an ACL all season. The only reason you'd be signing Tammy is for the homegrown so you can sell him again. Right now. I mean, it is a London derby for all intents and purposes, but yeah, no, I would say right now Chelsea's biggest rivals are Spurs. In terms of, like, as a rivalry and a derby, I would say it's probably Spurs. But in terms of, it, like, I can get you Chelsea's rivals list up from the save. Chelsea here, club info. So you've got Millwall, because Millwall are just hated by everybody. But you have Spurs, Liverpool, like West Ham are local. Chelsea and West Ham have never liked each other. But I would say Spurs. I'd say probably Spurs, then West Ham, then Arsenal in terms of London now. Well, probably Spurs, Arsenal, then West Ham in that sort of thing. The one that used to be and the one that I've grown up really despising because of my dad and back in there is QPR. This is not the vibe for today. Have just too many close clubs, yeah. But yeah, Leeds is historic because of the dirty FA Cup final from like the 1970s, and they are still dirty fucking Leeds, and always will be. Barcelona, Chelsea, I think I don't know if it's still the case now, but Chelsea have the best record against Barcelona of any other club in the Champions League era, in terms of in European football. Like, Chelsea, Lionel Messi didn't score against Chelsea, I think it was in like 13 appearances, before he finally scored. But yeah, we don't really, like, the thing with a lot of London clubs is, and I find, other than really Spurs right now, and Arsenal probably, is that they probably hate Chelsea more than we hate them. And that's the way I see it. And I could be wrong with that, but yeah, I'm gonna change this front line around. I think this front line isn't gonna be my starting front line anymore. I mean, Salguero's got an equalizer from the inside forward position. But like every team that, when it's a London derby, a London derby is just that. No, Chelsea are West London and West Ham are East London. Like I will get up Stamford Bridge to the Olympic Stadium on here and show you on maps. Let's bring this over here quickly so I don't dox myself, just in case my address starts to turn up first, which it does. So, like, if I get Stamford Bridge, Fulham Road, London, and I get direct links to the from the Olympic Stadium, like, that's how long it will take via public transport. Your best, like, it's a 3.5 hour walk. Like, it is the complete opposite side of London. Whereas Chelsea and Fulham, in terms of geography, if you change this to Craven Cottage, that's how far away it is. So Chelsea and Fulham, like, I'll put it this way as well, because it's really, really weird. Chelsea playing Fulham and Fulham playing Chelsea. Because Stamford Bridge was initially built for Fulham. Like, Stamford Bridge was built for Fulham. Fulham didn't want to leave their ground that they were at. And then it became like a greyhound racing track and stuff like that. But then Chelsea, like, was founded for Stamford Bridge in 1905, and then Chelsea are the only side in English football, I believe, to have never moved home ground in their club's history. Like yeah, the Greyhound track. Like, if I get an old picture of Stamford Bridge, We'll let the game play on, because there's 20 minutes left and we are up. Stamford and Spurs have scored. Amazing. Stamford Bridge. Let's see if I can get an image of it back in the day. Greyhound track. There we go. Like, Stamford Bridge, yeah? Stamford Bridge used to have a Greyhound track around it. As you can see here, around the side of the pitch. Yeah, it's called the Racecourse Ground for a reason. But yeah, like, Chelsea, Football Athletic and Greyhound Racing. Have we just... No, we haven't scored. But yeah, look, there you are. Stamford Bridge, Greyhounds racing on the track. But yeah, like... But Chelsea, I believe, are also the only club to have never moved, as I said, moved ground in their history. We do have 2 subs to make. We should probably make them. We'll take Lewis Bate off for Kwan because he's there, and then we'll bring Dominguez on for Chukwuemeka. Just some energy in the midfield for the final 8 minutes of the game. But yeah, this Spurs team is really good. But yeah, we are safe. 5 points clear going into the final game at home against Everton. We're giving too many fouls away there. It would have been nice to win there, lads, but Spurs march on. They're not going to get the 100-point record, so I'm not too fussed about that defeat. They've already won the league. The only real club, like, you've got West Brom, but, like, I think with both of the, like, with all 3 of, like, the thing, and I said I would be relegated. I mean, Chuck, when you see this, yeah, please tell me that you don't think you're gonna go down. I mean, Diego Simeone has gone to Liverpool from Benfica. That's an interesting career path. Yeah, whereas Bristol City are looking like they're going down. Yeah, Bristol City are down. Wayne Rooney could... I mean... Interesting. Yeah. And you finished 4th. Okay, that's interesting. That must mean that your league was either really competitive or a lot of teams had off seasons. But yeah. Any former Chelsea youngsters in my team, in the Scunthorpe team? Yeah, Lewis Bate is one that was produced by Chelsea. Chukwuemeka was or has homegrown club status in the save because of Chelsea, I believe. Ben Elliott. I had Ben Elliott at Wealdstone. Ben Elliott is there. I don't believe anybody else is Chelsea right now. In this. But yeah. Still, and then finish 4th. Yeah. But you probably wrote like there. Like my squad was not good enough to win the championship. Was yours good? Was your squad good? Like, where was your squad ranked in the championship when you went up, Chuck? When you won the league? He's won Europa League Player of the Season. Interesting. Like you're probably just like a Premier League standard player. Yeah, Birmingham could be in League One. Could be in League One next season. It's a massive decrease in it's a massive decline. I mean, the Aston Villa Grealish scenario is weird. Like because let's be honest, Grealish has walked so you could fly, for one. Because I'm not being funny, out of a lot of the sides that have got big £100 million signings, I'd say yourselves and West Ham have spent it really well. But you look when Spurs got all that money that they did for Bale and how they spent that. Yeah? Like you look at when United sold Ronaldo. United didn't really place Ronaldo. United kind of just relied on one or two players to just individually carry them. The only good purchase after Bale was, I would say, was Eriksen. No, we have 3 players. No, we don't. We have one former Scunthorpe player participating at the World Cup, and he is representing, I'm assuming, Australia? No, New Zealand. 60 caps for New Zealand. And he left Scunthorpe in 2020, so that would have been whilst there was probably when they were relegated from League 2. But here it is, chat. The final game of the championship season. And we have no left back. So do you know what, Harrison Parker? You are playing the game. And Frederiksen will come onto the bench for you. Flick is now injured, so we have no ball winner midfielder. Dominguez is going to play as the ball winner midfielder, I suppose then. You're going to come in, you're going to come out. We're going to drop Jason Fisher for Salguero. We're going to play Plamain up here. Are we going to play Plamain up here? His form has been shit recently. Do you know what? We're going to play Will Lancashire. Our 2 strikers' form have not been great. I think Plamain is going to become... I think the way we're going to do it going forward is Plamain here, and then Salguero is our backup left winger, as the inside forward on the left-hand side. And then I think we need a new backup right winger, or even somebody to go above Lefebvre. I'm not opposed to replacing Lefebvre. I think his composure and concentration aren't great. I think he's been good. He's been alright. 4 goals and 5 assists isn't the best. But for 5 million, it's not the worst signing in the world. And yeah, I think someone that could potentially replace him. I'll tell you now. I'll say this now. Grealish, I don't think is an Unai Emery style player. I think Grealish worked really well under Dean Smith because Dean Smith used to have to would rely on his higher quality players to blame him out of trouble a few times. But I don't think Grealish is a Unai Emery style player. And I don't think Grealish going back to Villa, if he is sold by Man City this season, would be the best move for Jack Grealish. I genuinely think that could be a bad decision for Grealish. I'll say it now. As Lancashire's in, and he should probably score. I'll say this now. I don't know necessarily. Yeah, Grealish would want another mega club, I think, for one. I think there. But I don't think I don't necessarily think, and I could be wrong. But I don't think Grealish would start for Villa right now. Grealish is a luxury player that I don't think Unai Emery really has, as Everton are beating us.
Emotional damage.
And then he scored the winner and, like, celebrated him with the Villa crowd in, like, the 90th minute. I remember watching that game live. What, the guy that punched him is dead? I read about that, actually. Yeah. I remember seeing that story come out. Amadou Onana, it's a good save. We've dropped to 16th. We're going to end up finishing 16th because our run into the season was just rough. But yeah, like, because Leicester are playing Bournemouth. I mean, Leicester are playing, yeah, but it's an easier game for Leicester than it is for us. Brentford could still go down. Are Forest winning? No, but Forest have Spurs on the final day. But if Brentford lose and Forest win, Brentford go down. Hello, Muha. Hope you're doing well. Definitely a long time no see. Hope you're doing well. Terrible so far. Sort it out. Yeah. McNeil's corner, whipped in, and it's headed away by Sinclair. Plemane's got that. We're on the counter here. Drive some. Just keep going. Oh, he's run into trouble, and now we're going to be countered on. Lindstrom. Oh, well done, Pippa. It was the poor pass. Chukwuemeka. Lancashire's in behind. He's gone out to Plemane on the left, and it's across to Lefebvre, and that is wonderfully worked. I think Plemane could become... Yes, I agree. Derby are violent. 2 reds in the first half. I mean, that's good for you, I suppose. Somehow still score. Rip Boza. That's all I can really say about that. Parker. Into Plemane. I think Plemane's position is going to be that left-hand side. That left-hand side inside forward position. I think is going to be his thing. Because he skipped away brilliantly there. Like, because mentally, like, again, 9 concentration. I feel like concentration is an attribute that is heavily slept on. I think it's much more important than it feels. The ball ring. I remember learning about that in geography. In, like, year, like, 10. That would have been, what, nearly a decade ago? That just feels like... It just feels like a lifetime ago. Right, Lancashire. Plemane's in behind. Can he find the right pass? He's found Lefebvre. Dominguez. Pippa. This is lovely worked. Pippa into Will Lancashire. And that is wonderfully worked. Is he onside? No, he is not. No, that's not. It's been disallowed. Thank you. That's a shame. We've had a disallowed goal now, which is a little bit annoying. We should probably make some changes because people are tired. We're going to bring Adriano on for his last game, and he's going to play as a centre mid attack. Lancashire's on a 6.4, so Salgado's going to go on up front. And we'll bring Fisher and we'll bring Drakus on. We're making all 5 changes now, so then I don't have to make them again. And then we're going to put Fredrickson at left back instead of Parker. And if we lose because of it, we lose because of it. When you went, I mean, now that's awkward. I mean, Beto looks offside as well. Lino. No, he's onside. Like,
Emotional damage.
so much, yeah. It's sad to see that that's happening as well now, the amount of that's happening. I mean, that's a great ball, and Drakus has equalised. What a cross that is, by the way. Like, Lewis Bate, take your hand out. He's done it, Drakus, in what will probably be his last game for Scunthorpe. Brentford are losing. Are Forest going to stay up on the final day? No, they are losing to Spurs. 3-1. So, that is crazy that you walked past her, cheater. Salguero. Fredericsson's bombing on from left back. Cuts inside. Finds the ball to the other fullback, Pippa, and he's fired it in, and we lead against Everton on the final day. And that is Pippa's first goal for the club on the final day of the season. That was liquid football indeed. What a finish. Past Aitor Fernandez and into the top corner. And right now we are looking like we are going to win on the final day, which is very nice indeed. And means we will finish 14th. We will actually finish the Premier League season above Liverpool. That was really special, lads. Well done. Wowzers. The massive QT would be, please. Finishing above Liverpool in the league, not so much, Chuck. Liverpool have finished the Premier League season in 15th. Meanwhile, Everton finish in 10th. Everton did have an outside chance of Europe, but yeah, wouldn't be pleased with that at all. I know him, like, my primary school, a kid brought a knife into it. Like, and that was like 15 odd years ago. Maybe even nearly 20 years ago now. Yeah, like, it happens. Like, the weirdest thing I remember, now I was close to Bramvillan when I was at uni, because I was in Cov. I once bought a wrench. But yeah, I lived in Cov, and where I was in Cov, a guy, like, was... Do you know, like, the homeless, like, scammers that go around? A guy did it with Grayscale. A guy was trying to scam people by getting money for taxis to the hospital with Grayscale. And he was scamming students out of bank. Man United will not be taking the Europa League club after that, so that will be going to the Premier League. We've achieved £13 million. So our bank balance is looking rather healthy. Please do not tell me that our budget is going to be that. Right, board, give us a nice little bit of transfer money for staying up. Like... But that is the season. Yeah, that is from Game of Thrones, yes. Premier League goal of the season. Scott McTominay came third for his goal. Metcalf can't avoid the drop with Watford. Watford have been relegated from the Championship. Oh no! Anyway, Leeds have gone up. So Sheffield United, Sunderland and Leeds have gone up into the Premier League. QPR have been relegated from the Premier League and finished 14th. Oh no, anyway. Wow. Blackburn's job's available. Who was their manager again? Because it was Will Steele. Will Steele has got Blackburn relegated. Will Steele lasted less at Blackburn Rovers than John Terry did. Now Gary Bowyer has done better than Frank Lampard at Sunderland. Like, Frank Lampard got Sunderland relegated. Shock. We used to get... It'd be nice to get some time off for Easter. I actually have 3 days off around Easter. Board set initial budgets. Oh, we have money! Okay, we have a bit of money to play with. That is nice. Although there is one thing that I wanted to do. He would require us to improve our standing in the Premier League. How are we going to do that if we don't get players like you to come and improve us? How are we going to improve if you give us nothing to do? Right. End of season preview. Signing of the season is our goalkeeper from Genoa. That's fair. He was really, really good. Like, I am really happy with Casper Tobias. I think he's going to be great. Nono Gomez as a backup is okay. Marco John for 2.3 has done well. McTominay, again, good money. Lefebvre is decent. Valadinho, Plamain. There's been a lot of players that we bought in. Yeah, he just didn't, like, he probably could be great, but he's not where we're at right now. But yeah. And then the season results. So the board are pleased that we achieved a mid-table position within the Premier League. Considering we looked like relegation strugglers earlier this season, this success is even more impressive. The fact it's only a B is very annoying. And then we attempted to be competitive. We got battered by Liverpool. We made it past one round of the we made it through one round in the Carabao Cup before being knocked out on pence by Blackburn. We ended up with 2 Desmonds in the Carabao Cup. Moments to remember. Our best win was a 4-0 win against Bournemouth. Goal of the season came from Scott McTominay, which finished third in the Premier League goal of the season competition. And our match to remember was apparently a 2-2 draw away at West Ham. Not the fact that we've beaten, like, other teams and got 2 draws against, like, defending European champions. Our corporate and hospitality was down a little bit, but our other money, our broadcast revenue is absolutely fucking enormous compared to last season. And then, yeah, so this has been basically our team for most of the season. But that will probably change going in from there. You're actually about an hour from London. Wow. But yeah, history in the making. The manager timeline. We spent 73 million on transfers this season. Yeah, we got 3 high potential players in our youth intake. The player Jason Fisher is now in our best 11. Is there anybody from Lewis Bate is in our current squad that is in our overall team 11? 2 players have been considered enough to ever that. Drakus was the pick of the 2 players. He's now in the bench. Alex Jorgen was the other player to be selected as part of our best 11. So we've only 1 new gen in there. Obvious reasons we've just spoken about, yeah. So Daniil Semedo's there. Warhurst is at Ipswich Town. Luca Philip went to the Saudi League this season, which is a little bit grumber. And Sonny Perkins is there. Jared Harlock, if you found the club, no, you left Altrincham like this season. You didn't play a single game for them. You played 8 games for them last season. Cal Roberts, you are now an unemployed scout. You are not a very good scout. Josh Dacus Cogley is also a scout after retiring. Did you get a club after you retired? You went to Oldham and then left Oldham. Miles Canlock, you just retired and didn't get play another game since. You left us in 28 and didn't play another game of football. Jason Law, you retired at 27 because you couldn't get a club after leaving us and then retired. Janelle Bennett retired again at 28. Couldn't get... went to TNS and Darlington and then retired at 28. And then Danny Elliott, you've now retired as a player after you left Slough. Danny Elliott.
It's not that common. It doesn't happen to every guy, and it is a big deal.
It's a massive deal. McKinn's with the raid. Welcome in, everybody. Hope you're doing well. Welcome to Scunthorpe. First of all, McKinn's, how was your stream? I see you could have got the... did you win the Europa League, was it today? That you had the chance to win. And the league as well, potentially. Will the Womble, welcome in. Hope you're doing well. In my chat, if you're not following McKinn's, go and follow McKinn's and to be there and be thoroughly entertained. We didn't win either. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. But yeah, I didn't think there, but I was trying to be nice. Lost to Spurs. Well, nebulous. Spurs have won the league in our save. And as a Chelsea fan, I hate every second of that. But yeah, so we are managing Scunthorpe. This is our first season in the Premier League, and we were 1,000 to 1 to win the league and finish rank bottom. And we stayed up by 8 points. We actually finished above Liverpool this season, believe it or not. Spurs also won the league, so it's grim. McKinn's biggest bottle job since the streamer showdown. Sean, welcome in. Yeah, Spurs also winning the league in his save, so we can complain about that together. But yeah, so now we've got 33 million to spend in the transfer budget. Yeah, we do need some upgrades onto the team. Wait, Spurs beat him in the Europa League final. Is Kulusevski the Ballon d'Or winner in my save? I don't believe so. But he is pretty darn good. Nebulous, thank you for the follow. He is pretty darn good. He's still at Spurs. I don't know who actually won the Ballon d'Or this year, so we can have a look. No, Bukayo Saka is the Ballon d'Or winner in our save. Ronnie Lodbrok, thank you very much for the follow. I appreciate it. Yeah, Saka and Erdegaard, because Arsenal won the Premier League the year before. So they won that. So yeah, North London, the Premier League has been in North London the last 2 years after Man City dominance. But yeah, so for those of you that have raided, this is our first season in the Premier League. To get to the Premier League from the National League North, we have won 5 league titles in 6 seasons. We are already a Scunthorpe club legend, alongside Ray Clements and Kevin Keegan. So yeah, our club captain is Scott McTominay. We signed him on a free from Aston Villa in the summer. And yeah, we won 4 league titles back to back to get ourselves into the Championship, where we then lost in the playoffs in our first season and then won the Championship. DLW, thank you for the follow. Whilst we was in the non-league, we won back to back FA trophies. We set the points record for National League North, National League, and League 2. And just because I love to show everybody this, I love to show everybody this because it still boggles my mind how easy the National League was for me. Vanarama National League profile. When we were in the National League in 24-25, we look at the league table. We won it by 36 points. So yeah, I just love showing everybody that we won it by 36 points. So now we're looking to build for the summer, the new season. Now this is sort of where we're at. Jason Fisher is in the starting 11 because we gent him in tier 6. And he scored 4 goals on his National League North debut, and he has been in the club ever since. He's probably a League 2, League 1 standard player. But let's be honest, when you gen someone in tier 6 that can keep into your team in the Premier League, you keep him around. But he is going to probably be replaced, and we're going to probably put Plemaine out to the inside forward on the left here next season, because he can he can do that role pretty decently. We signed him for like 20 million from Stoke in the summer. But yeah, I like our midfield. Now, for those of you that don't know this skin that I'm using, it's the skin that Mr. Second Yellow Card uses, the SAS skin. He is actually a face in the game. And I want to sign him. But he doesn't want to sign me. And he looks he looks unbelievable. He looks like this. And I'd love to sign him, but he wants us to improve our standing in the Premier League before we sign him. But basically, my aim of the save now is to sign this guy at some point. It's just to sign him at some point in the save. So yeah. So that is one of my aims for the save. But right now, probably, I would say Salgueiro's probably going to go up to the BDAF next season right now. But our aim right now is probably to improve our centre-back and then improve our backline, probably. We are rocking with a lot of like good championship players right now. So looking to upgrade our backline and get ourselves a striker that can score us a multitude of goals is sort of where we're looking. We have a lot of recruitment focuses getting in around looking for players, including some South American wonder kids. Which reminds me, Antonio Carlos as our right back is somebody that I would love. Like I would like him, but he is also at the same time not necessarily the best, but he does have that like 5-star potential, which we do love, and he's only 19 years of age, with a 13 mil release fee for foreign clubs, but again, he has no interest. He would be interested in a loan move, which would be interesting. But Flamengo are gonna not let him move because he plays for them. So, like, we've just literally finished the season. Tonight we started with the Chelsea game and then this. So we won away at Palace, beat Southampton, and then that draw against Newcastle basically confirmed our safety. As we then we lost the next 3 and then confirmed it with a nice win against Everton, who we stopped from basically having any hope of qualifying for Europe, which is nice. So we've got a lot of thinking about there. Okay, do you know what? That's fine. I have nothing else to talk to you about. Go and enjoy your holidays. Decent point in the save. Yeah, it's a decent point in the save. So we've just got to... This is the 7th season of the save. We're not going to go to... do you know what? We're going to go to the US for this pre-season. Why not? But yeah, so that's where we're at. And so, yeah, we've got another capacity change. We're going to add an additional 50 seats. Because there, we're going to... I don't know how much... We're getting 50 seats and including some installed in parts of the standing areas. We're reducing our capacity again. Because makes sense. Our youth category rating has increased. So, yeah. Pop in and see a big man on campus. We might be able to see a big man on campus. Who knows? We might be able to maybe even see Mr. Zealand, if we're so fortunate. We could lose Chukwuemeka to a release fee. If they bid 31.5 million for Carney Chukwuemeka, I'm not going to say no. Just putting it out there now. That is something that is going to happen. Let's send him on an intensive language course. Our under-18s. Do we really have anybody right now in our under-18s that's great? We do have Vladimir Costa, who could become a striker for the future. He's 15 years old. He's Portuguese and, is it Suriname? Oh, Guinea-Bissau. So he's Portuguese and Guinea-Bissau. He probably would be a better, like, centre-mid attacking midfielder than an advanced forward right now with his physicals. But who knows? And then we have, like, a really decent centre-back that also came in our youth intake. Our youth intake this year was pretty good. For what it can be. He is only potentially championship standard, so I'm not interested. Let's sort this by potential. Prince Belengi. An advanced forward. You are a 3-star advanced forward. I think we need a better sort of advanced forward. I'm actually gonna let's do this. Players in range. Edit. Let's get rid of the loan listed. Let's make you strikers only, please. Not by media description. Let's look by ability of what we've scouted right now. Now, Mr. Umnamovich would be incredible, but he is only 12. Like, he would be an incredible deep line forward. Now, deep line forward probably could work with this tactic in terms of that he would drop in and then allow the inside forwards to maybe be the ones to attack and score more. And he would be quite good at that. But he is on 57 grand a week in, what is it, Saudi? Or Qatar. He's in the Saudi league. He's probably not going to want to join us. He'd want more money than I'm even wanting to consider. He's going to want way more money than I would ever consider. Diego Lopez, I'm guessing, is on loan from Chelsea. So no Sevilla to Strasbourg. Interesting. We'll give him a scout. Jaden Braff is normally quite good in this game, but he's more an inside forward than a striker, I find. Delinga, you're okay, but you're not necessarily the best. Chris Main, you are at Bristol City. You are a winger. You are not anything else. Jude Soonsup Bell would be somebody that I'd have loved a couple of seasons ago, but not probably now. What is the interesting transfer? Doubtful. This is our issue. A lot of the strikers that we would want, not necessarily going to improve us, that are interested. Now, Mr. Tommy Conway, you might be somebody that would be quite good. Likes to beat offside trap, cuts inside from both wings, runs with ball often. Your dribbling for runs with ball more often is not necessarily the best. Who wants you? You're out of contract. Slavia Prague would be an interesting one to look at, actually, because there's a couple of players at Slavia Prague that we do have sort of on our radar. Like, do you know what? We'll get a team report for their senior squad, a scout report. Get a team report. Who has the best knowledge of, what is it, Serbia? Czechia. Sorry, Prague, you know. Scouting coverage, scouting assignments, world knowledge. No, scouts. Like, do we have really any good... Like, we don't really have any good Eastern European knowledge in our scouts. I did not see Aaron Cuthbert's goal today. I actually didn't watch the Chelsea women's game today at all. Let's have a look in here. What we got... I feel like I need to upgrade... Like, I need to edit this to update this to, like, this now. On all my things. South Europe. Upgrade. England. Up that a little bit. Just because... Oh, wait, we need to up that to 4. The East Asia, South America, South Wonder Kids, because that gets like Brazil, Argentina, all that. I might have a look actually at setting like a North America one up as well, like a South American North sort of part of it, and then East Asia up to that. South Europe Wonder Kids. We didn't really find any like Wonder Kids in South Europe. And then, okay, cancel. So we're kind of back at where we are. Is it still... No, anybody should be able to post links, Sean. Anybody should be able to post links. I'm going to watch the highlights of the Chelsea game later after stream anyway, before I go to bed. If we look at, there, Luca Koleosho's listed by Burnley. You are not really a forward. You again are not really a forward. I mean, you're a ball winner... You're a wonder kid. You're 20. You're Israeli and you're 20. I mean, you're not too bad actually. As a ball winner midfielder defend, you're not horrible, but you're not great. Cruz Hernandez Lash. You're 20 years old. Who are you wanted by? Leverkusen and Saudi. Like a false nine might be could be something that works. Like you're good. You're 21. The only thing is you don't necessarily have the potential of a world beater. Right, I will watch that. I will watch that after stream, Sean. Josh Tyman, you're a left back. I mean, you're not bad. You're listed 12.5 million. It's the English tax on here is quite a big one. So like signing somebody like Tanaka, whilst he's decent in the technicals, his mentals are not very good. And that, I think, is going to be the thing that lets him down. Especially when our training facilities and youth facilities aren't the best right now. I feel like we need to sign the here and now rather than all of that, which is not necessarily the best. West Ham have bid for Anthony Gordon, which is interesting. That's actually an interesting one. Did Nottingham Forest go down? They did. There were some decent players in the Nottingham Forest squad. Like, Karen Mason is one that's on our shortlist. I think he could be an incredible right back for us. Has he got a relegation release clause of... Yeah, it's an active relegation release clause. It's 47.5 million. Like, I can see why. Like, look at those clubs that are interested in him. There is no way he is signing for us. So, like, the relegation release clause is actually more for Forest than it is for us. We'll improve training facilities. We'll get rid of that, I promise. Yeah. Like, I think he'd be great, but I just don't have 47.5 million to spend on a right back. As much as I think he would be incredible as a right back as well. He's not a centre back at 6'1" with 13 jumping reach, but with those physicals and mentals, like, he is a very good right back. Like, 16 flair on him as well. Like, man is a wing back, is an attacking wing back if I've ever seen one. Like, he would be incredible. I just don't have the money for him right now at this point in the save. But he would be, like, I genuinely would love to see if I could, like, pay, like, if I could Chelsea my way out of this. And I say if I can Chelsea my way out of this. Like, I would make it, like, he's valued at 48 million, yeah? Like, his value is 48 million because of that active release clause. If I can Chelsea my way out of this, I'm going to. Like, if I can do it as, like, 30 mil, and I'm prepared to then go, right, that's 45 million. I'm prepared to do another 10 million over 2 years, yeah, to then sweeten this deal, make it 55 million. But yeah, they're going to deem that as unacceptable because they value him at a lot higher. Like, Forest actually value him at 95 million. So, like, if I get, let's do this then. They value him actually at 95 million. Let's do it like this then. We'll do 20, and we'll throw in an extra. We'll do after 50 league appearances. We'll do 5 mil. And has he got? He's he's gonna have international caps. We'll do the other 1 yearly installment, and we'll throw another 5 mil there at the end, and we'll make that offer. We'll try and Chelsea our way out of it. Like, yes, it's £70 million board, but, like, you think we're gonna talk to board? Come on. Oh, let's go up the board. Didn't think I'd be saying that. It's probably going to be rejected anyway. Let's be real. The board, like, Nottingham Forest are not going to accept that as an offer. Oh, yes, I agree. Frame rate dropping. Sorry about that. Prage indeed. There you go. Instantly rejected. Like, they're not going to do it because it's heavily in installments. Like, the heavy... Like, the heavy installments, like, I'm still going to need to probably put, like... I'm probably going to need to put too much more in, and it's just not worth it. As much as it would have been fun. I mean, Spurs have just literally got all 3 players for Young Player of the Month. Spurs have just got such a really good young team right now. They're gonna be a force to be reckoned with for, like, the next few years. So, right, now we need to think about this. Mika Schroers, he's transfer listed. He is wanted by Bradford and Oxford on loan. He's valued, like, let's speak to him. There is nothing there. Can we get an intermediary? No. Let's just see if we could we'll just throw an unspecified bid out for him. Ed Davies has come back from his loan. He's at his max potential. Now, he is probably better to have around the club than Juan Familia Castillo. Yeah. But he, again, is a League One standard player. Like, this is where we are. Like, that is the thing. He is, like, the backup level, and he is... Like, Marco John is a championship player. Like, so we do need to think about our backline a little bit. The one thing I do want to kind of do, just because for thingy, Man United, will you... No. That's the thing. We've had 2 years of him. Man United aren't going to sign him now. Let's look at the new next-gen shortlist quickly. Javier Solar went to Milan. He would have been very good. He'd have been very fucking good. He's also Basque as well, which really hurts. That's why I wanted to sign him. Being a, like, Bilbao person as well, after last FM stream save, like, having a Basque boy, you can have different shortlists. Yeah, did you not know this? Yeah, you can create new shortlists. Ability. Right, all of you get a scout report on you. My favorite song going round around my head. Like, you are good, Mr. Starker. And you're 8.2 million. Like, would you be interested in signing for us? Yeah. See, loan moves are not where teams are going to be, like, because I can just go loan offer and he's got first team commitments. It's like, yeah, he'd have a loan offer, but we're not paying that kind of money. Cipriotti, I mean, you're not really a fullback, the centre back. I mean, you played 37 games for Elche, but, like, I'm such a noob. That's why I watch streams. Exactly. You watch streams, you learn the game, and then you improve. I mean, he's 17. He doesn't want to join us because he doesn't feel like it'd be right for his development. But this kid could be unreal. The issue and why I think he won't join is his red adaptability. Right, you're wanted... I mean, you're 2.9 million. You're 6 foot... Do you know what? You've got 4.5 star potential. Could we drop his wages? I think I have to sign this guy. Yeah, he's inconsistent and injury prone. But he's 6'5", decent physicals, 18 years of age, so we can sign him and he will still become club homegrown. Has the ability to become a really good centre-back. I think it's just worth, like... Right, let's do this, and then let's do you remove. Can we get any bid? He has a 2.9 mil... I think he's worth it. At 2.9 million, yeah, when Spurs want him, Dortmund want him, and Saudi want him, 2.9 million for this guy? Not, like, I'd make him a star player and just play him at 18 years of age, let him make mistakes for a couple of years. Because I think his development, once he starts playing, especially with playing him as a central defender, yeah? Central defender and defend, he starts to improve, yeah? Playing every week, 18 years of age. I think this guy could be well worth the bargain. And he was in next gen as well. Like 2 million? Who are you wanted by? Hanover. Okay, you're wanted by Spurs as well. You're a lot more money. Like, you were 8 million, Mark Morrison? 10 finishing is not great, yeah. Sparta Prague is like... Sparta Prague is a place where I really want to kind of have a little look. Like, he's not even in their team. Radek Vitek is from Bournemouth, but, like, you're not there. But, like, Marek Pasir was one that I looked at potentially. I think he could be very, like, he could be a good player. I think that 4-star potential, he's also joining Saudi. Are you a new gen? You are. Let's give you a scout. Kazim Lassi. You're 34, so you're not probably worth it. This guy, 19 years of age. Vladimir Kutsa. 6'1", 15 jumping reach ain't bad. I feel like, yeah, you're probably just not on that same level right now. But then 4.6 to 8.6 million on you. You could be a decent centre mid attack. 18 to 20, so that's probably 19 natural fitness on him. He could be worth it. He could be well worth it. Like, some of these guys are way too expensive. Even, like, Victor Jorgensen at 10 mil. Oh, you're good. Oh, you're incredible. I know we've signed Florian Flick and we signed McTominay. I think at 10 mil you're a bargain. Would you want to join us? He wouldn't be interested in joining us under any circumstances. He has a 10 mil release clause and he doesn't want to join us. Why don't you want to join us? You have a 10 mil release clause. You're an absolute fucking bargain. Nobody wants him either. He's also got 4 caps for Denmark. Denmark produce... I need... Right. Like, he's way too much money, but again, he's unbelievable. Denmark produce... He's waiting for that bigger club, yeah. Like, and don't get me wrong, like... Do you know what, Chuck? Take a minute time out for that comment. None of that nonsense in this chat, please. You knew that was coming as well, Chuck. You, mod or not, you knew that was coming. The moment you made that comment, you knew it was coming. Patrick Dorgu, you're wanted by Brighton and Freiburg. You're not bad. You're not great. You probably, what, Championship level? Lower Premier League Championship level, probably. I mean, Mo Darami is... I mean, he's incredible. Scott Olsen as well is not bad normally. He's 30 years old. He's probably not where we want to be. Like, not schedule under 21s. Under 21 squad. Oh my god. Goalkeeper this... Okay, do you know what? I don't care. I just want a scout report on every single one of these Danish players. Hello, Gio. Did it scout report all of these? Yeah, players are already being scouted. Cool. Like, I want a scout report on all of these. He's wanted by Sassuolo. He's also 6'4". Okay, like, this is... There's some players here. Like, he's wanted by Hanover. That's the guy... No, he's not the guy like that. He could be quite good. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking, Gio. That guy from Copenhagen, this guy, get someone that's Danish already in the door, yeah, and make him there. Right, I need to remod you actually. I forget modding, timing you out will mod you. I regret nothing. I know you regret absolutely nothing, but you knew it was coming. But yeah, no, I agree. Get someone that's Danish already. It was like in my Wildstone save. I was looking for a striker, found the guy that I wanted, and then went, do you know what? Then he had in the clause, find someone to help me settle. I went back to his club and found the deep line playmaker that I also wanted. And I think that was Sparta. I think that was actually Sparta Prague as well, because they were Czech. I'm fairly certain it was Sparta Prague that I did it. I had a DLP that I found, and it was like, yeah. I mean, this kid's on £425 a week, by the way. Which is incredible. Also, I'm going to scout you as well. Because, like, there. They've got a Liberian goalkeeper. Incredible. Do you know what? I'm scouting him just because Rare Nation. He started, like, the other players aren't necessarily there. Like, Czech Republic is a great place to find youth players, by the way. So we've done Sparta. Let's look at Slavia. So we've got two players, like, Martin, this guy, yeah, he's not the quickest. That's his issue, is he's just not, like, his acceleration off the ground, like, if he had, like, 13 acceleration, I'd be all over this kid. Let's pause on that comment. But yeah, like he'd be somebody I'd be interested in signing very quickly. It is though slightly. Again, as much as I like this song, I don't want it. Low bravery and high jumping, reach and heading is also quite a weak combo. What do you mean? Oh, what? 11 bravery with high jumping, reach and heading? Yeah. Pace and composure. I kind of disagree with a little bit of that. You're 19 as well. We'll give you a scout anyway. Just scouting all the young... I mean, a 17-year-old striker, why not? Because he might come in for relatively cheap. Another... I mean, no, because you have 6 to 12 on that. I love when my centre-back... I love it when my centre-backs have high aggression and bravery. Because they'll just get on the end of everything. Doesn't matter what. We'll scout you as well as an AMC. Time for me to make tracks. As pleasure as usual. No worries, Sean. Thank you very much for being here as always. And I hope to see you soon. They are full of grayed out players. Incredible. Slovan Liberec finished second. They only have 2 guys. I mean, Peter Nagbe at 20... Chat, they've just played their Liberian goalkeeper at left wing. But again, another Liberian goalkeeper out in the Czech Republic. Czechia. Victoria Pilsen. What players do you have in your senior squad? Not many either. What about your under-21s? Their B team. Nothing in their B team. Under-19s, nothing. Okay. Well, we've got a few scout reports coming in. He like, I mean, of course, you're going to have more interest in joining Spurs and Dortmund. I get that, my guy. We're going to remove this and remove this. But we'll offer you important player. And we're going to actually offer you a little bit more than what you want. We're going to offer you, what is your, like, he earns 3.6. He wants a 5-year deal. We're going to give you £1 million to sign on for us as well. 22 grand a week, and we'll give your agent 60k. 48 and a half of that, 24 and a half of that. That is fine. I'm prepared to offer you that. I want you to sign for us instantly, Kowalski. I don't want you to wait around. I don't want you to do it. Alfie Gilchrist, yeah. He's actually made the Chelsea first team in real life. He's currently at Peterborough now. In my save. But yeah, he's actually made the Chelsea first team this season. Admira Wackamodlin. Is it this team? No, he's not from Northern Ireland. Yeah. Wait. That's their youth team, yeah. How do I find their, like, main team? AKA Adira. Here we go. Yes, I agree with my skin putting this as the background. Senior squad. They have absolutely no one. I mean, they have this guy retiring. But yeah, they have no like youth player. They have no youth intake. Is there under 18s? Yeah, that's what we're just on. They're all grayed out players. Yeah, like most of their players are grayed out. Yeah. Yeah, English teams don't. Is the Austrian league loaded? No. My leagues I have loaded are not add new manager. What am I doing? Discard and exit. Add remove leagues. I have the top 5 and then the home nations loaded. I don't recall. No, Gio, I don't recall that actually. But yeah. I have just those loaded. That's why they're grayed out, probably, yeah. Like, I probably should have loaded in a lot more leagues than I did. Like, I might actually just add a load of new leagues. Like, add, like, the Austrian... Like, add, like, a load of European leagues, like, Eastern European leagues. Because my PC probably can, like... could probably take a few more leagues being like view only. Because yeah, my approximate player count's like 90,000 right now, which is probably not the best. Like I probably could add like most of like Europe, Scandinavia and Czech for sure. Yeah, that's definitely what I'm thinking. Definitely the Czech league. And then it'll be playable for you only below is the way I do it. We'll load the Danish league because I know Denmark always has good players come in. Iceland do we we'll confirm those for now. We'll add those two from there. Let's go to Norway and Germany. I have Germany open or loaded already as Bundesliga and then view only below, like top league view only below. Sweden is good. Okay, we'll get Sweden in. I'm quite okay. Have the Allsvenskan and then view only below. We'll get Norway in as well. The Eliteserien and then view only below. We'll confirm them. We'll get them in. That's already added like 12,000 players. And then we'll look at JMG Mali. Players under 21 squad. Again, there's nobody loaded. Because again, I don't really have Africa. Like, this is the thing as well. I don't have, like, many African, like... I don't have, like, any African, like, databases in the save. Or, like, loaded. Then the only one you can load from South Africa is South Africa anyway. Yeah, it does look like that. Like, so... I probably don't really need to look to scout Africa then, because I have scouted Africa. With senior and youth caps, yeah. Netherlands could be interesting. Yeah, I'm surprised I don't have, like, the Netherlands loaded. To be fair. I feel like I've set this database up really badly. Which, if a club spawns with 5 players, they tend to stay at 5 players. Okay. So, let's get, like, Bulgaria in. Because I know they can, like, some Eastern European, like, nations. So we got Norway, Sweden. We'll get, like, Turkey can produce some decent players, actually. Ukraine, probably not. Sweden, we got, like, Slovenia and Serbia will be a good one to get as well. Croatia, yeah, Croatia is a great shout as well. Because even if they're view only, I should be like, teams should start to load then in there. See, like, we're now at 126,000 players. Like, why Wales? I just loaded in all the because in my Wildstone save, I found, like, 3 or 4 players. Yeah, again, it's because I was in the UK. I was meant to add more as I, again, the MLS is a great shout. The MLS and the Mexican League could be a good one. Like, let's just get as many leagues loaded as... Like, I'll even get South Africa in, because then I can get some African potential. And then... South America, we'll get all the South American leagues loaded in as well. Brazil. And then Chile. Colombia. Peru. And Uruguay. Where is Uruguay? There we are. So we're now up to... We've now basically doubled the player pool. Which is probably sensible, to be fair. I probably don't need, like, the National League North and the National League South, really. If I'm being honest. Like, just have the Football League right now. I probably don't even really need League 2 loaded. If I'm being honest. We'll keep we'll get rid of that, and then we just have them as view only below. Let's confirm that, so we don't lose that. So then that's all them from, like, we'll get all of these leagues in. Like, we'll get South America in from, like, January, but, like, that's fine. But then we can actually start to maybe get some more players loaded into those playable leagues. I mean, signing Francisco Pio Esposito would be a lot of fun. Why does it take so long to sign staff? If you're in the, Wait, have we cleared our debts? Oh, let's go. We have a net debt here, but Like, we have a bank loan here, but, like, other than that, let's go. That's actually quite good. Yes, GGGD, Chuck. I agree. We've been hit with a tax bill. We've got a new scouting budget. Yeah. Nice. Get that world scouting knowledge out. Harry Kane is going to retire. He's now in Saudi. Staff signing new deals. That's fine. Tuchel has gone to Newcastle. Who did Newcastle sack then? They sacked Deschamps because they finished 9th in the league, and now Tommy T's gone to Newcastle. Like, this guy would have been great to have signed. Where did you gen from? Mirasevic again. Colo. Let's have a look at Colo. Let's just scout the entire Colo team. Other than you. Well, actually, let's not do that. Let's look. Anybody like 21 or under? We'll get like a fresh scout report on them. I'll even go for the 22-year-old. Like, we'll get a scout report on you. Like, Chile will be a good... Like, I should have set these leagues up as playable probably as I got to the championship and just forgot. So we could start scouting around them. I'm actually going to change my Western Africa recruitment focus. And I'm going to make it South Africa. Like, I'm going to change this to South Africa. Okay, I'm going to cancel that. Can I add? Okay, maybe I can't. That's fine. I'll just create like a Southern Africa recruitment focus. Any position from tactic, areas, choose an area. Have I got too many? Why can't I create a recruitment focus right now? I prefer to scout regions rather than continents or countries. Oh, Generation Foot. I always forget about them. Like, again, 22. They're playing a 16-year-old. That's a good sign. Like, he's on loan, so 2 stars not necessarily great. But, like, 22 for you, 18 and 17, 17, 16, 15. Let's get a scout report on you. Right, let's get all these players scouted. Cotton Sport. Right. 23, yes. 23, yes. I mean, he's 140k. And he actually looks pretty decent. He's a grayed out player, so we'll get those two. Actually, yeah, we'll get those two, because we just want to start looking at there. Right, Hearts of Oak. Next. Hearts of Oak. Senior squad. Let's have a look. They don't really have any young players, so we'll leave them for now. Mamelodi Sundowns. Oh, it would help if I... Okay, they're here anyway. Why do I recognize that guy? Where was you initially? You've been at Sundowns the entire time. Why do I recognize your face? Interesting. I can't remember why I recognize your face. Not Hearts of Oak. You senior squad. A 19-year-old there, an 18-year-old and a 19-year-old there. Let's give those 3 a scout. And then the Kaiser Chiefs. Do they predict the riot? There's a 21-year-old. We'll get a scout report on you. He's outside the permitted scouting range, apparently, when I have world scouting knowledge. Rivers United. There as well. From Nigeria. There's a fair few here. None of them are really of the age yet. So we're bearing that in mind. So like leading championship players are doubtful about joining us. Samu Omarodian, yeah, he hasn't developed as well in this save as he has in the network game. He is incredible if you get him early in the game. If you can get him early and develop him into a save, he can become incredible. Like, more internationals. Marseille's Alan Saint-Maximin. Interesting. But yeah, we've got like 30 million to spend. If we can start, like, Sundowns are always good to you. Yeah, I think I remember you talking about them. Yeah. I remember you, like, telling me about them before. And just... Fandinho has got himself, a Colombia cap. Good for him. Let's actually look at Colombia. Like, under 23 squad. Like, scout them. Under 22. No, under 22 squad. They only have 2 in there. And under 20 squad. This is where the meat of the squad is. Get a Colombian maybe to help him settle a little bit better. No offers for Mika Schurz. Congratulate him. Congratulate him at 22. No offers for Schurz. That's fine. Let's be real. I seen the top. But yeah, like international roundup. There's people there. Marco John is now back, so that is fine. But right, now Mr. Sasmaz, right? He's still discussing his contract. Like, I don't want to see if he kind of goes through in the next couple of days or not, whilst we get some scout reports back. Like, how often do I check Korea and Japan? Not very often. I'll be very honest. I don't like. I forget to always do like the national team scouting. So again, like, let's do it. Oh, he's in. Oh, he's in. Right, Leicester away in the Carabao. That's good. Right, we'll do Korea as well. Like South Korea. Under 23 squad. And then under 20s. And then under 19 squad. There's none in there. But Thingy is in. Right, Francisco. Ooh, you're at Barcelona now. You just moved from... Yeah, you just moved from Sao Paulo. You scored in the first minute? Well, that's not bad, is it? Barcelona have got a ridiculously good fullback there. Scout player. Scout player on you. He's not really going to do anything for us. Again. Let's just scout all these players. We can fully scout them. We're going to scout them. Like, ooh, hello, Michelin striker. Decent pace, decent off the ball. He looks quite good. He's 17 years of age as well. Valued at 7.4 million. Is that a thingy? Yeah, we need scouting on him. But he looks quite good. Again, this guy could be quite decent. Like, we're going to just get all of these players scouted. This Ibra guy is just banging them in. And in the 10th, look at you go. I'm glad you're finding the players to be able to do it. Right. When was his thingy? We just went for a load of people. When is his thingy? 11th of June, right, we're gonna see if he gets a work permit or not. I'm gonna get that scout report. We're linked with the Man City job? Who did they just sack they've just sacked oh no, Ancelotti's retired from management. Okay. I was gonna say, there's no way they sacked Ancelotti. I'm linked with the City job. That's incredible. Ancelotti has retired from football. That is good news. It's good news that we're being linked with jobs like that. Yeah, he would be great. I'd love him. Like, these are the kind of players. He is extremely doubtful. He is not horrible. He is not the best. He's probably more a fullback. This is a guy I've wanted for ages. I'm fairly certain, playing consistently. He's a squad player at Man United. Like, he's valued at nearly 117 million. Like, I would love him. Jordan Frost is like the striker that I would love one day in the save. And he's at Villa. Like, he has no transfer interest in joining us from Liverpool. I mean, so, again, you're not going to leave Milan. You're not going to leave Chelsea. Like, neither of them are going to get anything. Transfer window is open. Oh, who is that Stade Rennais guy that was linked with Newcastle? Oh my goodness me, he's got a 95 mil release clause, hasn't he? No, he's just valued at 95 million. Like, but he's unreal. Just putting it out there. He's unreal. He is unreal. Newcastle have made a non-negotiable offer for Cameron Mason's release fee. So yeah, he's going to be going to Newcastle. He's been granted a work permit. Do you know what? That's unbelievable. 2.9 million for him. He's not going to be played as a wide centre-back. He's going to be played here. But that is, I think, like, a very, very good signing. Send him on an intensive language course. But, like, I think he could be very, very good for us. Like, Sinclair is not going to be able to come back on loan for us this season. So to get Kowalski as sort of his replacement now, I think is quite a good one. Especially as he's got a fairly strong left foot. He can kind of sit in here unless he has a side preference to play on. No side preference. Like, 6'5". Like, it says he's a good championship player, but for 2.9 million, he's worth it. He's been given an important player contract, but, like, again, that doesn't really change much. I think Florian Flick, 2-1 win, nice. I think Florian Flick might replace McTominay. At the King Power, it's not bad at all. He's interested. He's not, I mean, you're not a ball-winning midfielder, but you're not really an AF either. I don't know what you are. You are just a winger. Let's put it that way. We'll scout you. He's being scouted fully again. League One. I mean, ooh. Oh. How much are you? Oh, he's good. His composure is not necessarily the best, but he's 19. I doubt he'd come as well. Yeah, he'd want us to improve our standing. But he's very good. The work permits, yeah. And work permits take a lot longer for staff than they do for players. Do you know what? I'm getting this guy on my default shortlist. Indefinitely. A lot of these players at Colo Colo are not necessarily the best. Decent National League players. Like we'll scout a lot of them. Like, if I'm not. And then scout. Just to see if, like, maybe, like, him. He's 15 years of age. At Generation Foot. He's got a professional contract. But again, he could be someone that might be worth, like, a keep an eye on, Mr. Mansour Traore. And this guy as well at Generation Foot. He's not got the thing right now. But again, he might be somebody in the next year or two to keep an eye on. And then again, just to get knowledge of these players. Would be a good potential signing for the future on him. And a good potential signing for the future on him. Good signing for the future. Like, Cameron Mason's out of our remit. Jorge Campos as a right back. I mean, you'd be a very good attacking wing back. Like, he'd be a very, very good attacking wing back. Who wants you? Inter, Porto, and Atletico? You're off the ball 7, but like as a wing-back attack, you're 20 years of age, driven, 4-star current ability. I don't see him as a 4-star current ability, but that crossing for a right-back, 6 foot as well. I've just seen one issue with him. He's left-footed. Get him trained to be a left-back. I guess he, like, what would he want? They're mid-season. He's not really encouraged by the idea, though. That's kind of what I thought. Like, why, what, like, you're releasing that to the press? Really, my guy? Really? But, do you know what, chat? It's 20 past 10. I've streamed for a little bit longer than I wanted to tonight. And I've got work at 5 o'clock in the morning. So, that is going to be where I leave it for today. Thank you very much for being here. Thank you very much for watching. Scunthorpe have survived in the Premier League. I should probably get a quick screen grab of that. So I don't forget. Save as. Stream 37 of this Scunthorpe save. Blimey. But yeah, it's been a lot of fun. We have stayed up. And we've already made one in what I believe to be one really, really good signing. Now, now we need to look to build a backline, really. I think a backline and a world, like a really, really good striker. Like a striker that's going to be better than most. I think we're in a very, very good position. Thank you for also reminding me that I should add more leagues so I can have a lot more option and availability on players. That is quite a sensible idea. But right, let's save that right there so we don't forget. And then let's go and find somebody to raid you over to. Who is live on the old Twitchosphere? on FM 24. Kisner, do you know what? We're gonna go to Mr. Scoops. I believe he's back at that. Oh no, he's Scoops FM now. We're gonna go to Scoops. Go and say hello to Scoops. I will be back next week. I'm working tomorrow. I'm not gonna be streaming tomorrow. Or Tuesday probably. It'll be later in the week next week that I stream. But thank you very much. When we're back next week, it will be transfer window time ahead of season 2 of Scunthorpe in the Prem. How quickly can we get into the Europe, do you reckon? I'm intrigued. I reckon it will take us a good 2 or 3 more years before we get close to Europe. But that's just my thoughts. Hopefully we might do it a little bit sooner. Hopefully not. But Scunthorpe are staying in the Premier League. That's all that matters. Hope you all have a wonderful rest of your evening, and hope your Mondays and the start to your weeks go sensationally. And I'll see you next week for more Scunthorpe. Bye for now.